right, hey guys, welcome to the Goldie Show. I have literally not hosted an episode of the Goldie Show um, since the revolution started. Not that I'm complaining, but welcome everyone. Kind of feels strange, honestly. Kind of feels strange to um, see my banner, right? Like, cause here, the music that you guys are familiar to where it says Iran Revolution Live. So that's actually like the theme song that I made for like my own podcast. Um and then when Iran Revolution Live started, I just took it. I didn't want to find like new music or whatever. Oh, your first time on the Goldie Show. Welcome. So guys, for those of you who have never attended a Goldie Show live stream before, so there's two parts to the Goldie Show. Uh, Again, of course, this is like before the revolution started, because right now our main focus is of course on the revolution, Iranian national revolution. So yeah, Goldie classic. There you go. Yeah, I know a lot of people haven't seen this. I know everyone's like, whoa, what is that? Yeah, the Goldie Show, which is on hold right now. I mean, Iran Revolution Live is pretty much like the Goldie Show anyway. So, Armin and I are teaming together. So for that, which is great. But so the way that I used to like do my live streams is that you didn't know that I had a show? Yeah, I know. So the way that I used to do my live streams is I would do one at 12 noon. And usually at 12 noon, I would go for about 2 hours and I would talk about jihad, political issues, things like that. And then in the evenings, and that would be for about 2 hours. And then, I take a break. And then in the evenings, I would select a documentary and we'd have a documentary watch party. So that's what we're doing tonight. This is the first documentary watch party in a long time. For all the OGs, you've probably seen this one before, but I think this is a really important one, especially given the current context of the Iranian national revolution. And I think this will give you guys a better input and insight into the evil that Iranians are fighting, as well as, of course, the fact that it's not just the Islamic regime, but the communists and the lefties were also a part of the 1979 Islamic revolution. So there you go. Let me fix the banner here. So documentary watch party has already started. You know what? I'm just going to leave that. Let me just make a new one here. For those of you who are OGs, you're also well aware of the technical difficulties and delays here. So, Goldie Show party. This one is 444 days. The 1979. And that's going to be a scroll. All right, there we go. The Goldie Show documentary watch party, 444 days, the 1979 Iranian hostage crisis. All right, guys, grab a drink, coffee, water, tea, whatever, and get settled in, because you guys already saw the first few minutes of this documentary and how like insane it is, right? And I think you guys are going to appreciate this documentary even more now, because after 45 days of being with us and learning about Iran and Iran's history and the 1979 revolution and all the various political actors, right? So all the various political figures, you guys are pretty much pros at this now, right? So you're all like pros. So I think it'll be more interesting for you now because you already have that political knowledge, background, and insight when it comes to Iran and the Iranian Revolution. To the person that's saying they love me, okay, thank you, I appreciate that. Yay! Don't spam the chat with saying you love me, otherwise I'll ban you. Armin, guys, Armin's not here. I have a very heavy like band finger thing. Yeah, exactly. See? Not for you. Not for you. Not for you. Plus, I already have a date anyway, so I already have a date. So sorry, guys. Not for you. Oh, wait. What's this? Oh, wait. Armin sent me something. Give me a moment. Let me see what it is. Let me see. Let me see if I should share this with you. Let me see what he sent me.
Support the Iranian revolution, but would you be interested in doing a show with leaders of the revolution, at least one live from Iran? The revolution is right. Why call them?
No, fuck them. Fuck those people, and I hope Iran crushes them. I hope they get fucking destroyed. They're traitors. They are traitors to their country, and I hope they get fucking crushed. They are traitors to their country. You know, Iran is fighting for their sovereignty. Israel is blowing up their country. I don't get why people are angry. You know, they're hungry, they're poor, but
What?
no, I don't want to talk to those people. I'd rather talk to the Ayatollah. I'd rather talk to the jurists. I'd rather.
Sorry, guys. One moment. Oh my gosh. Whoa. Oh my god. Okay, so like obviously like when we're not live streaming, Armin and I like we're sharing information back and forth, right? Like we're updating each other on like, different things, news, whatever. And he just sent me this oh my gosh, like now I feel like I'm going back into like Iran Revolution. What is this? What the I don't even know how to yeah, he is. He is Armin. Sorry, I literally texted Armin and I was like, I was just about to start my documentary watch party, but WTF is this? And then Armin's like, he's a disgusting POS. Okay, I saved the video. Let me pull it up for you guys. I don't even know how to like I don't even know how to process this. No. This isn't no, man.
I know you don't support the Iranian revolution, but would you be interested in doing a show with leaders of the revolution, at least one live from Iran? The revolution is right. Why Kaltenberg?
No, fuck them. Fuck those people, and I hope Iran crushes them. I hope they get fucking destroyed. They're traitors. They are traitors to their country, and I hope they get fucking crushed. They are traitors to their country. You know, Iran is fighting for their sovereignty. Israel is blowing up their country. And I get why people are angry. You know, they're hungry, they're poor, but no, I don't want to talk to those people. I'd rather talk to the Ayatollah. I'd rather talk to the jurists. I'd rather talk to the Qataris than the leaders of the revolution. Revolution? Absolutely not. The revolution is right. Give me a break.
Armin says hello, and then he also says F this Nazi. There you go, guys. There you go. Another one of the weird America first psychos who would rather see me dead, right? Like he thinks I'm a traitor to my country, even though my country is occupied by savage Islamic jihadi terrorists, right? There's no link. There's no link. The Armin just like he just sent me the video on WhatsApp. What a weirdo. What a weirdo. He would rather talk to the Ayatollahs. Anyways. But you know what the problem is? This is the issue. Like anti-Semitism, guys, anti-Semitism is literally like a mental illness, right? Like anti-Semitism is a disease. And no, it's okay, guys. No, Armin, no. Armin, listen, Armin and I are constantly in communication. Like we send info and messages like back and forth about like news and updates, like, you know, things that we want to, you know, talk about the next day. So it's totally normal for Armin to be sending me things. Listen, I send him things all the time, right? So like, oh, I sent him a really bad meme. But yeah, like we literally send info to each other all the time. So like this is nothing uncommon, but I just was not expecting. This is real. This is not AI propaganda. Apparently this is real. Let's watch that again. Let's watch that again. So this guy, because he hates Jews so much, because he hates Israel so much, he would rather support the evil inbred 7th century Muslim Nazis who are murdering my people, right? The jihadi Islamic savages that are murdering my people. Because he hates Israel so much, he would rather you know what, actually I'm really glad that I'm sharing this with you. Thank you, Armin, for sending this to me, because guys, this is actually a perfect intro, a perfect segue into the documentary that we're going to watch, because the 1979 Islamic Revolution, right, the Islamic coup d'etat, it didn't just happen. It didn't just happen by Islamists. The 1979 Islamic coup d'etat, it was a combination of the Islamists. It was a combination of like the Marxists, communists, and also the woke left, progressives, and also the anti-Semites, right? So one of the common threads, one of the common themes within all three of these groups that ended up turning Iran into, an Islamic hellhole governed by Sharia law, right? One of the common themes between these three various groups, whether it was the Islamists or like the woke or the communists, was their anti-Semitism and their hatred for Israel. And now you guys are giving these people platform in your own country, right? It's like history is repeating itself, right? This guy is saying that he would rather like associate with the Ayatollah. Very similar to, remember the woke lefties and progressives and communists back in the 1970s? They supported the Ayatollah. And literally within the first 10 minutes of the documentary, the documentary says that as soon as the Islamists gained power, they murdered these people. They executed these people, right? Let's watch that again. It's not AI.
Nick,
Crazy.
I know you don't support the Iranian revolution, but would you be interested in doing a show with leaders of the revolution, at least one live from Iran? The revolution is right. Why Kaltenberg?
No, fuck them. Fuck those people, and I hope Iran crushes them. I hope they get fucking destroyed. They're traitors.
You know what? The one thing though is that he says, I hope Iran crushes them. So he's not even getting his terminology right. So you know what? I hope Iran crushes the Ayatollahs and the Islamic regime as well, because the Ayatollahs and the Islamic regime are traitors to Iran. So, I guess in that sense, we're on the same side. because I too hope that Iran crushes the oh guys, I'm gonna teach you a new word. Oh, you guys are gonna love this word. You're going to love this word. Okay, so your word for today is tazi. Okay, tazi. Tazi is what we Iranians call the Arab invaders. So tazi. No affiliation with Nazi. No affiliation with Nazi, and it's not pronounced the same way. So it's not pronounced Nazi. It's tazi. Okay, tazi. So one of the ways that we like it, and tazi is also like very poetic in a way. But it's tazi is a Persian word, and tazi basically refers to the Arab Muslim invaders. So yeah. Yeah, so right now we Iranians we are fighting to get rid of the Tazis because we refer to the Islamic regime as Tazis because they're a foreign occupying colonizing force, right? So yeah, just Tazi. Tazi. Oh, you know what? Okay, think of like you know like Ozzy Osbourne? You know how you say like Ozzy Osbourne? Just put a T in front of it. Tazi. Does that make sense? Ozzy Osbourne? Does that make it easier to figure out how to pronounce? Just literally the same pronunciation as Ozzy Osbourne. So Ozzy, but now you just add a T in front of it. Yeah, so just Tuzzy. There you go. Tuzzy. Ozzy Tozzy. Although we like Ozzy. We like Ozzy Osbourne. But I just said that. Oh my gosh, I'm not saying Ozzy was an Islamist, guys. Come on. Okay, but there you go. So so I guess in that sense, like this weird jihadi man is accurate because yeah, like we Iranians we are fighting to crush the Tazis and we are trying to get them out of our country. He's a little bit confused though because he's actually on the side of the invaders, right? He's on the side of the Tazis and he's so blinded by his anti-Semitism. Guys, don't start rumors. Don't start rumors about like me saying Ozzy was Muslim or whatever. That's not what I meant. You know what I meant, guys? I was just trying to give you guys you know, an example of how to pronounce Tazi. All right, okay. So that's your word. And make sure you say that tomorrow to Armin because Armin's going to be very impressed. Armin will be very impressed that you guys know Tazi, right? So when you see Armin tomorrow, you can say something like, you know, kick the Tazis out of Iran, right? Just literally replace foreigner or you know Arab invader or whatever with the word Tazi. So you could say you know kick the Tazis out of Iran, you know no Tazis in Iran, you know that sort of thing. All right, let's listen to this like insane psycho who's I don't know like you know what I feel like he's auditioning for a spot on Islamic Regime State TV, right? Like he's probably upset that Islamic Regime State TV has featured, you know, Tucker Carlson and Chunky Yogurt and Sneeko. So he's probably like upset that he hasn't been on Islamic Regime State TV yet. So he's trying really hard to impress the Tazis. All right, let's watch this insane person one more time, and then we'll go to the documentary.
I know you don't support the Iranian revolution, but would you be interested in doing a show with leaders of the revolution, at least one live from Iran? The revolution is right. Wyatt Kaldenberg.
No, fuck them. Fuck those people, and I hope Iran crushes them. I hope they get fucking destroyed. They're traitors. They are traitors to their country, and I hope they get fucking crushed. They are traitors to their country. You know, Iran is fighting for their sovereignty. Israel is blowing up their country. And I get why people are angry. You know, they're hungry, they're poor, but no, I don't want to talk to those people. I'd rather talk to the Ayatollah. I'd rather talk to the jurists. I'd rather talk to the Qataris than the leaders of the revolution. Revolution Absolutely not. The revolution is right. Give me a...
What a psycho. But you can tell, like, he has mental issues. He has some sort of like weird mental issues. I don't know, man. I don't know. If I was American, I would be doing whatever I can to like get this guy deported. I don't know. Deport him back to like, you know, if since he loves Qatar so much, send him to Qatar. Don't send him to Iran. We don't want him because if he goes to Iran, like Iranians are already all Allahu Akbar out. I already shared that footage with you, right? I already shared footage of Iranians basically you know, Iranians are wait. Oh man, there's a new oh my gosh, okay. All right, I got to go to an Iran Revolution live before we go to the documentary because we have a new video by King Reza Pahlavi. We have a new video by His Royal Highness, and it would be inappropriate of me to not share it. Okay. I promise I'll get to the actual documentary watch party at some point. But this is important. This is important. So I do want to share this. Guy, listen. It doesn't matter what I'm doing. The king and his comms take precedence over everything else, right? So, you know, the king posts something. The leader of the Iranian National Revolution posts something. We're dropping everything. Yeah, exactly. We're saluting. So we'll play this again tomorrow during Iran Revolution Live. 100% we'll play it. This is just the chill documentary watch party. Okay, let's go. So he writes more broad. So I if I'm going to guess, I would say that this is probably about the upcoming rallies. I haven't watched it yet, but let me just repost this first. Let me do my national and civic duty to my country. Okay. I reposted it with a quote, so we're good now. So he writes, more broadly, more harmoniously, more cohesively, and more purposefully, remain united under the flag of the Lion and Sun of Iran, the flag for which tens of thousands of brave Iranians sacrificed their lives to raise it again, so that their suffering may end sooner. That day is closer than ever. Okay, let's watch this video by our king. I think it's in Persian, so let me just play it once in its entirety, and then I'll go back and I'll translate.
ایرانیان عزیز خارج از کشور، راهپیمایی‌های بزرگ و پرشکوه شما در 4 گوشه جهان به هم‌میهنان شجاعمان در میهن اشغال شده نیرو و امید داده است. صدای شما صدای ملت ایران است. امروز مسئولیت شما در جلب پشتیبانی بین‌المللی برای هم‌میهنانمان سنگین‌تر است. اهمیت نقش شما از هر زمانی بیشتر است. تداوم فعالیت‌های شما لازم و ضروری است. گسترده‌تر، هماهنگ‌تر، منسجم‌تر و هدفمندتر. من از همه شما می‌خواهم زیر پرچم شیر و خورشید ایران متحد بمانید. پرچمی که ده‌ها هزار ایرانی شجاع جان خود را برای برافراشتن دوباره‌اش فدا کردند. نگاه هم‌میهنان شریفمان در ایران که در بند رژیم اشغالگر جمهوری اسلامی هستند به ماست.
Oh my god.
دست در دست هم بدهیم تا رنجشان زودتر پایان یابد، تا به آزادی و رفاهی که شایسته آن هستند برسند. آن روز از همیشه نزدیکتر است. پاینده ایران.
Okay. Gosh, I wish ARMIN was here so I could. Jeez. Give me a moment. I have to send this to him in case he hasn't seen it. Okay. Wow, what an inspiring message. What an inspiring message. All right. I sent it to ARMIN, let him know. Because again, like guys, we it's not like, we just have the live stream and that's it. Like, we're still communicating behind the scenes, sharing information about, things to discuss and stuff like that. Okay. I'm going to translate this for you now.
ایرانیان عزیز خارج از کشور.
So he says, dear Iranians outside of Iran. ایرانیای عزیز خارج. Can I use AI to translate? I mean, I could. I probably could, but you'll have to let me play the whole thing one more time. So here, you know what? I mean, I could try. ChatGPT is pretty good at that stuff. So sure. Let me try this with ChatGPT and let's see how it goes. Let's see if it works.
ایرانیان عزیز خارج از کشور. راهپیمایی‌های بزرگ و پرشکوه شما در 4 گوشه جهان به هم‌میهنان شجاعمان در میهن اشغال شده نیرو و امید داده است. صدای شما صدای ملت ایران است. امروز مسئولیت شما در جلب پشتیبانی بین‌المللی برای هم‌میهنانمان سنگین‌تر است. اهمیت نقش شما از هر زمانی بیشتر است. تداوم فعالیت‌های شما لازم و ضروری است. گسترده‌تر، هماهنگ‌تر، منسجم‌تر و هدفمندتر. من از همه شما می‌خواهم زیر پرچم شیر و خورشید ایران متحد بمانید. پرچمی که ده‌ها هزار ایرانی شجاع جان خود را برای برافراشتن دوباره‌اش فدا کردند. نگاه هم‌میهنان شریفمان در ایران که در بند رژیم اشغالگر جمهوری اسلامی هستند به ماست. دست در دست هم بدهیم تا رنجشان زودتر پایان یابد، تا به آزادی و رفاهی که شایسته آن هستند برسند. آن روز از همیشه نزدیکتر است. پاینده ایران.
Okay, I'll translate it bit by bit, but there's also what? What is this random person talking about Philistine? Get out of here. Like, this isn't, guys, this is not Armin's chat. Like, I can't believe some idiot like literally subscribed and waited 20 minutes just so he could come post in my chat about like Philistine or something. Like, get out of here. Jeez, these idiotic people. Literally. Okay.
ایران.
So let me I'll play, so I will play I'll play his message. Okay, I'll play his message using the, you know, ChatGPT audio, but then I'm going to go back because there's certain things in the video, like there's certain like symbols, right? There's symbols, there's oh wow. Guys, look who's here.
Hey.
Oh my gosh, I was just about to translate the King's video. So, Armin, this is not this is not even like Iran Revolution live right now, because like usually like before the revolution started, remember, like I would do podcasts in the day, and then what I would do in the evenings is I would do documentary watch parties. So
right,
we've been trying to start the documentary watch party on 444 days, the 1979 Iranian hostage crisis. And then you sent me the video of Nick the Nazi, so we were going over that, which was great. Thank you, and like we'll talk about that more tomorrow. But then I literally saw this message from King Reza Pahlavi, and I'm like, oh my gosh! And then everyone's like, play it. So okay, so now that you're here, thank God you're here, because I was about to like translate this. Armin, there's okay. You know what? I'm not going to say anything. Let me just play it for you.
Have you already listened to it once?
Twice.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, but we're still not getting enough. So actually, why don't let me also send the link to you, because when we go back, you're gonna have to translate that now that you're here. Okay, here we go. Oh shoot, wait. Okay.
ایرانیان عزیز خارج از کشور، راهپیمایی‌های بزرگ و پرشکوه شما در 4 گوشه جهان به هم‌میهنان شجاعمان در میهن اشغال شده نیرو و امید داده است. صدای شما صدای ملت ایران است. امروز مسئولیت شما در جلب پشتیبانی بین‌المللی برای هم‌میهنانمان سنگین‌تر است. اهمیت نقش شما از هر زمانی بیشتر است. تداوم فعالیت‌های شما لازم و ضروری است. گسترده‌تر، هماهنگ‌تر، منسجم‌تر و هدفمندتر. من از همه شما می‌خواهم زیر پرچم شیر و خورشید ایران متحد بمانید. پرچمی که 10,000 ایرانی شجاع جان خود را برای برافراشتن دوباره‌اش فدا کردند. نگاه هم‌میهنان شریفمان در ایران که در بند رژیم اشغالگر جمهوری اسلامی هستند به ماست.
Firefighter Armin.
دست در دست هم بدهیم تا رنجشان زودتر پایان یابد، تا به آزادی و رفاهی که شایسته آن هستند برسند. آن روز از همیشه نزدیکتر است. پاینده ایران.
It is closer than ever.
Oh.
The future of Iran.
Oh, you have the translation.
No. But I was gonna do that before you came, but since you're here, like your translation is better. But
Is it really? Okay.
yeah,
Well, thank you.
we have a message for you, Armin. We learned a
Yes?
new word. We learned a new word while you were away.
What? Kick the. Oh, Tazian. Oh my God, Tazi. Oh. Oh, what? What
Foreigner.
did you tell
Arab,
them?
it means foreigners, like Arab invaders. So we're
Yes,
kicking the Arab invaders. Taziano.
Yeah, it means invader usually refers to the Arab invaders.
Yeah.
Okay. So should I bring this up?
Yeah. So you can translate it. Because your translations
Okay.
There's also a lot of symbolism in there too, right? Like the various scenes. The firefighter. Unja dige, like I started crying at the firefighter.
Yeah, he passed like he was right. Has Kushtanish?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw his picture. I wasn't sure if it was confirmed.
Yeah.
That's so sad. Okay, so by the way, I'm
Thank you for being here.
I just also want to tell people that we're not used to seeing Prince Reza Pahlavi this many times. Like we used to like get so excited that oh my God, he's another statement, and now we're getting one after another and after, like exactly when we need him the most, he's there. Like he's there for us, and he's like sometimes when we're just about to lose hope, he comes out with the right message that we need to hear. I just want to mention how much we appreciate the fact that he's guiding us in our time of need. So let's go through this.
ایرانیان عزیز خارج از کشور.
So my dear Iranians outside of Iran. So the dear Iranians of the diaspora living outside of Iran. And like, good guys, I love the editing when he says that, and it shows the huge crowds of Iranians and how proud we are of all of them that they showed up in these high numbers, and now we need them more than even before to do this again.
راهپیمایی‌های بزرگ و پرشکوه شما در 4 گوشه جهان به هم‌میهنان شجاعمان در میهن اشغال شده نیرو و امید داده است.
So he's saying that you're amazing, the great protests, this huge great protest that you participated in all 4 corners of the planet. It has given hope and energy and to the Iranians inside of Iran.
صدای شما صدای ملت ایران است.
So your voice is the voice of the Iranian nation. Guys, by the way, this is like it's very nice to hear, because the Islamic Republic had tried to divide us. Like the Islamic Republic for years has tried to cause a division between Iranians inside of Iran and Iranian outside of Iran, suggesting that like we Iranians outside of Iran, we don't understand the Iranians inside Iran. We have just moved on. We're living our lives. We don't care about them. But like all of that is now completely destroyed. All of that propaganda is completely destroyed because we're so united more than ever before. And Princess Pahlavi here is saying that your voice, the voice of Iranians outside of Iran, is like because how we're told by some Basijis from Iran, like you're not even Iranian, you're Canadian or something like that. Like, oh, you're American, you're not Iranian anymore, right? But now he's saying to us that your voice, the Iranians outside of Iran, is the voice of the nation of Iran. So we are as Iranian. Yeah,
can I add something?
Yeah,
So you're absolutely 100% right. And like you get attacked, I get attacked all the time. Like I still have people commenting, they're like, "You're in Canada. What do you know?" Right? And I'm like,
yeah.
or even like remember when I was on Pierce Morgan and Chunky Yogurt was like, "You don't speak on behalf of 90 million." Like even he was trying to like gaslight me. And that's why
Yes.
like, without any hesitation, I was like, "Yes, I am. I'm speaking on behalf of 90 million Iranians." Right? I just said it and I didn't let him like get to me because that's what these jihadis do. They try to like make us feel as if we don't know what's like it's gaslighting, right?
Yes, and Goldie, that's such a good point because Chunky Yogurt told you that you don't speak on behalf of Iranians, but now we're hearing Princess of Pahlavi telling you that your voice is the voice of the Iranian nation. So you
All of
are,
all
and we,
yeah.
yes, you are speaking on behalf of Iran because our princess, and we don't need anyone else's approval because we have our prince's approval.
But the thing is, though, I want to make it very clear we can only say that we're speaking on behalf of Iranians in occupied Iran if we're being honest about what it is they're saying, right? Because there are,
Exactly.
like the leftists and the Islamists and the communists who claim they're speaking on behalf of the Iranian people, but they're not. They're imposing their own opinion, right? So we can only make that claim as long as we are honest and true to what people in Iran are saying. And that's why, Armin and I, we've been very, very good at sharing the proper information.
Yeah, and this is also good that you're doing this live because the Iranians are in the live chat, and if we ever get anything incorrectly, they're correcting us. So we're not like just making these videos and then putting them out there. We're doing this while listening to you guys, and you guys are basically giving us feedback to keep us in check all the time. All right, so let's continue.
ایران است.
Can you go back? Go back to the scene right before. Yeah, see? Guys, remember, so every single clip that is put in this video, that's a decision. That's a decision, right? So King Reza Pahlavi's team decided to put this clip where they're like dragging Khamenei down the street to seek justice, right?
Oh.
So keep in
Yeah,
mind, every
okay.
single video clip we're seeing, his team chose to include this in this video. So there's a message behind every single video clip here.
Oh. Yeah, exactly.
امروز مسئولیت شما در جلب پشتیبانی بین‌المللی برای هم‌میهنانمان سنگین‌تر است.
So he's saying today your responsibility to attract international support for our fellow countrymen, for our compatriots, is heavier than ever. This is what we're trying to do.
اهمیت نقش شما از هر زمانی بیشتر است.
The importance of your role is more important than ever before.
تداوم فعالیت‌های شما لازم و ضروری است.
The continuation of your efforts is necessary, is needed and necessary.
گسترده‌تر،
Wider,
هماهنگ‌تر،
more organized, more on the same page,
منسجم‌تر
stronger, more solidarity,
و هدفمندتر.
and more goal oriented. You know who, like, this reminds me of Patipto, more goal oriented. Patipto was saying that. Yes, more goal oriented.
من از همه شما می‌خواهم زیر پرچم
I want all of you
شیر و خورشید ایران متحد بمانید.
to remain united under the lion and sun flag of Iran. Oh, and it cuts to footage from inside Iran. People saying "Death to Khamenei" from inside Iran. Yes,
But it's not.
exactly.
It's not just the regular lion and sun. It's the crowned lion and sun flag.
Wow. Yes. Good observation.
پرچمی که 10,000 ایرانی شجاع جان خود را برای برافراشتن دوباره‌اش فدا کردند.
The flag that tens of thousands of Iranians gave up their lives so that they could raise it. The flag that tens of thousands of Iranians gave up their lives so that they could raise it.
نگاه هممیهنان شریفمان در ایران که در بند رژیم اشغالگر جمهوری اسلامی هستند به ماست.
So the Iranian people who are in chains by the Islamic Republic inside Iran, they're looking upon us. Iranians outside of Iran, they're looking upon us. Oh, and they should and then the footage of the firefighter who was helping an injured man flee this scene, and eventually he was killed by the regime.
دست در دست هم بدهیم
Hold each other hands.
تا رنجشان
So hand in hand,
زودتر پایان یابد.
so that our misery ends earlier.
تا به آزادی و رفاهی که شایسته آن هستند برسند.
So that they could reach the freedom and the well-being that they deserve. Guys, we need all of you to participate. All of you.
آن روز از همیشه نزدیکتر است.
That day is closer than ever.
پاینده ایران.
Long live Iran. Guys, will you be there? Let us know if you're going to be there. Please let us know in the chat if you're going to be there, because we need you there. Goldie, the way he described the flag, I think that we, even though we looked at the lion and sun flag of Iran, we always looked at it with a sense of pride. I think now that he described it that way, I'm never going to even look at the same ever again, because I think I'm going to see it even more than the way that I used to be it. Every day now that I look at the lion and sun flag, we're going to remember the tens of thousands of Iranians died just so that they could raise this flag. So I think we have now a new deep appreciation for our flag.
Why do you think I've literally been wearing my flag every day? This is my uniform. This is my uniform. This is my uniform every day until Iran is free and our king goes back to Iran.
Oh, look at Goldie. Look at the chat. People are saying, see you in Los Angeles. Yes, Atlanta. Yeah, I'm there, Florida. I will be there in LA. Oh my God. Look at this. People in the chat are saying their names of the locations that they're in, and they're saying, yes, I will be there.
Yeah, I mean, well, before I ended our live stream about an hour ago, I gave an update on all the cities, and I checked my email inbox. I updated it with all the cities, all the info, so it's all there, the most recent all the information, right? So it's all there.
You guys are amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Armin. All right. I didn't want to bring you in because this is not even, guys, this isn't even Iran Revolution Live. This was supposed to be a documentary watch party, but when the revolution is happening, there's no days off. So Armin, thank you for joining last minute. I really appreciate that.
Can I just thank you for wanting to experience this with me, Goldie? Thank you. I really appreciate you. Thank you.
Absolutely, of course. It wouldn't be the same without you. So thank you for being here. All right, I'll let you get back to it, but we'll have to translate this tomorrow as well for the show.
Will do. Javid Shah, guys. Javid Shah.
All right, thank you, Armin. What a fantastic sport, right? Like, what a great sport. Okay, guys, I need a few minutes. I'm sorry. Oh my gosh. Jeez. I need a few minutes. Okay. Let me just jeez. I don't even know what song I'm supposed to play. Okay. I'm just trying to find the right song here, like the right place for it. Okay. All right, guys, give me like maybe oh, okay. But Bapish is for Iran Revolution Live. Bapish isn't for here. Okay, I'll play Bapish. I'll play Bapish, but I need like at least 15 minutes. I'll be back.
به نام پهلوی رها شویم ز یوغ بندگی شب سیاه ما ز نور شاه سپید دم شود ز فر پادشاه به نام شاه همه صدا شویم برای میهنم من و تو ما شویم در این گذار رنج و درد و آه بخوان وطن به نام پادشاه که با صدای شاه و نام تو جهان بلرزد از قیام تو به نام شاه به نام پهلوی وطن شود دوباره می نوی شب سیاه ما ز نور شاه سپید دم شود ز فر پادشاه به نام شاه همه صدا شویم برای میهنم من و تو ما شویم
نام جاویده وطن صبح امید وطن جلوه کن در آسمان همچون مهر جاودان وطن ای هستی من شور و سرمستی من جلوه کن در آسمان همچون مهر جاودان بشنو سوز سخنم که هم آواز تو منم همه جان و تنم وطنم 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 بشنو سوز سخنم که نواگر این چمنم همه جان و تنم وطنم 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 همه با یک نام و نشان به تفاوت هر رنگ و زبان همه با یک نام و نشان به تفاوت هر رنگ و زبان همه شاد و خوش و نغمه زنان ز صلابت ایران جوان به اصالت ایران کهن ز صلابت ایران جوان شام جاویده وطن صبح امید وطن جلوه کن در آسمان همچون مهر جاودان وطن ای هستی من شور و سرمستی من جلوه کن در آسمان همچون مهر جاودان بشنو سوز سخنم که هم آواز تو منم همه جان و تنم وطنم 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 بشنو سوز سخنم که نواگر این چمنم همه جان و تنم وطنم 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 همه با یک نام و نشان به تفاوت هر رنگ و زبان همه با یک نام و نشان به تفاوت هر رنگ و زبان همه شاد و خوش و نغمه زنان ز سرابت ایران جوان به اصالت ایران کهن ز سرابت ایران جوان بشنو سوز سخنم که نواگر این چمنم همه جان و تنم وطنم 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 وطنم
Guys, I have another version of Vatanam that I haven't played on Iran Revolution Live because, you know, the pre-show is way too long. So I can't play every single song that I want to play, even though I have so many requests for different songs. But this is on Iran Revolution Live. This is the documentary watch party for the Goldie show. So I can do whatever I want to do, right? So before we go to the documentary, here's another version of the song Vatanam that I haven't played. No, even like more no swearing rules. All right, I'm gonna play this one, and I dedicate this to all the Iranians. تقدیم به همه هم میهنان عزیزم, all the Iranians, and of course all the non-Iranians as well, all of our ham mihans, all of our ham mihans. I hope you guys like it. Oh wait, this is not even the right one. Oh no. Okay, so that's an awesome video. That's an awesome video, but that's not the one. I mean, I love that video. Where is it? Okay, now I have to find it. I mean, I still love that one. Oh, you know? Okay, I know what I did. I know what I did. I think I downloaded it on my phone and I have to send it to myself on WhatsApp. Let me see. I mean, we'll watch this again. I mean, I could watch this on repeat, but let me see if I can find the video now. Yeah, we'll watch the Shah again because that was amazing. Where'd it go? No, I have it somewhere. Okay. No. See, now this is gonna bother me, and I'm gonna have to like look. I have to go find it. I have to go find it. But in the meantime, where are the videos? I can't find the videos. Wait, give me one moment here. I swear I had all these songs ready to go, and now they're not here. Okay, I'm gonna have to go find them. All right, okay, guys, fine. I'll play Bapish. I'll play Bapish until I find the song. I'll be right back.
غرق انقلاب است. کشور ما، تاریخ ما در سینگر فرا گرفته، گویی اهورا مستا دوباره در نور خود مرا گرفته. اکنون سرودی سر میدهم باز فارغ از رنج و تشویش. ایران غرق انقلاب است، به پیش به پیش به پیش. ایران غرق انقلاب است، به پیش به پیش به پیش. هن ای پدر، هن ای پسر، برخیز و با ما شو همگام، تا درد آن تجربه تلخ ما را نکشیده در پا. بگذار هر دم بغرند گرگ‌ها در لباس میش. ایران غرق انقلاب است، به پیش به پیش به پیش. ایران غرق انقلاب است، به پیش به پیش به پیش. ای کارگر، ای برزگر، راحت کنون ادامه دارد در این زمان که پرتو یزدان از هر سو بر تو میبارد. پس پیش به سوی آزادی از بحر خزر تا کیش. ایران غرق انقلاب است، به پیش به پیش به پیش. ایران غرق انقلاب است، به پیش به پیش به پیش. خلق‌ها به پا، بهر دفاع از استقلال و آزادی، تا بشکنیم پشت ارتجاع تیریزی ویران آبادی. تا زنده سازیم سنت‌های می از هر آیین و کیش. ایران غرق انقلاب است، به پیش به پیش به پیش. ایران غرق انقلاب است، به پیش به پیش به پیش. با امید روزی که تمام این دلبشور و انقلاب تموم بشه و ما در روشنایی، نور و سعادت مردم کشورمون غرق بشیم. نه خارجی، نه بیگانه، نه مستشارهای ویرانی، نه چیر خاران، نه کاسه لیسان، فقط هم رزمان ایرانی. با شرافت میهنی بسازی بهر فرزندان خویش. ایران غرق انقلاب است، به پیش به پیش به پیش. ایران غرق انقلاب است، به پیش به پیش به پیش. مردان بیایید داخل صف ما، اکنون که آغاز رویاست. دشمنان بدانید ما زنده هستیم، بعد از ما هم ایران پابرجاست. آن روح شیطان ما را فریب داد با صد شعار مردمیش. ایران غرق انقلاب است، به پیش به پیش به پیش. ایران غرق انقلاب است، به پیش به پیش به پیش. پرچم ما، پرچم ایران غرق خون شهیدان، روی شانه هامان حمل میکنیمش در هر خیابان و میدان. تا ماسک دلقکان را برداریم از روی تسبیح و ریش. ایران غرق انقلاب است، به پیش به پیش به پیش. ایران غرق انقلاب است، به پیش به پیش به پیش.
تب و تب در زدم، دست پر اومدم، با یک چند شاخ گل اسم تو چیدم. چشم تو سود بدم، حالا آروم بخم، واسه هر ثانیه من نقشه کشیدم. اومدم واسه تو شبا رو شیدم، اومدم احمد سبا کنم، آتیش بپا کنم، عشق و بغل بگیرم. اومدم دلم و در پس فدا کنم، تا صبح نگات کنم، محصوب کنم بمیرم. اومدم احمد سبا کنم، آتیش بپا کنم، عشق و بغل بگیرم. اومدم دلم و در پس فدا کنم، تا صبح نگات کنم، محصوب کنم بمیرم. اومدم کنار تو سر بگیرم، من با دست به تو کمتر نمیگم. من هرچی تو گفتی بمون و عشقه، دولت برم بون و عشقه، آره عشقه. اومدم قلبو به نابت کنم، همه جور ثابت کنم این خود عشقه. اومدم احمد سبا کنم، آتیش نپا کنم، عشق و بغل بگیرم. اومدم دلم و در پس فدا کنم، تا صبح نگات کنم، محصوب کنم بمیرم. اومدم احمد سبا کنم، آتیش بپا کنم، عشق و بغل بگیرم. اومدم دلم و در پس فدا کنم، تا صبح نگات کنم، محصوب کنم بمیرم.
All right, I wasn't able to find the video. Guys, I can't find the video. I'm still looking for it. So, okay, what we're going to do is we're just going to go to the documentary watch party. Because we've been delayed long enough. We've literally been delayed by an hour, but that's okay. Guys, this video, there's a 10-hour long video, guys. I'm not even joking. People who are saying that this is epically hysterical. Let me give you the background behind this video. So literally someone made oh my gosh. Okay, here, I'll show you. Kotak means beating. Kotak means beating. So guys, someone literally made a 10-hour long video. Like, all you have to do is just search like Reza Shah. Literally, if you put Reza Shah BEA, you'll see Reza Shah beating an Ahund for 10 hours straight. So someone took that clip. As you can see, I've already watched quite a bit of it. So what basically, I have to explain the story here. Wait, how do I go to the beginning? Okay, so basically the story here is that the Islamic regime, right? Like, this is footage from the Islamic regime. And so the Islamic regime has tried to make propaganda to basically say, like, you know, the Pahlavi dynasty is bad, and like, oh, the Pahlavi dynasty, they were so evil, they beat up Akhunds, and like, it's all fake, right? Like, it's all basically jihadi, taqiyya, Islamic nonsense. As you can tell, the savages are the Muslims themselves, like the Muslim Nazis who are occupying Iran. They're the savages because they're the ones who are murdering us Iranians. So yeah, literally all you have to do is you go to YouTube and you search, you just type in Reza Shah beating, and the first thing that comes up is beating an Akhund for 10 hours straight. I've watched that much of it, as you can tell. So it's you know, it's pure therapy. It's pretty much pure therapy. I don't know why this only has 51,000 views. Like, this should have like millions and millions of views. But whenever I need some therapy, I'll go. So what they did is they take like that one scene, and they just you know, can I upload the last song? I will. I'm in the process of uploading that song as well. So here, you guys, let me share some therapy with you, because Iranians need the therapy. And I'm gonna do like one last ditch effort to see if I can find that video, because I was so excited to share that video with you guys, and now I can't find it. Just for reference, so Reza Shah, he is the grandfather of the current Shah. And some of you were asking, you know, who was in the photo behind the Shah. So actually, you know what, this is going to be a little bit some good good trivia for you guys, okay? So when you look at the king right now, like the Shah, wait, what's that weird thing? I don't know what that is. Okay. Here you go. So a lot of you have actually been asking, I noticed in the chat, a lot of you were like, okay, who's that person, right? You're like, you know, oh, my browser lost connection to the audio. All right, give me one moment. Stop sharing. Okay. So for those of you who were, wait, who says what propaganda? What's propaganda? Yeah, guys, this is not Iran Revolution Live. This is the Goldie Show. This is a documentary watch party. So, yeah, this is not Iran Revolution Live. Iran Revolution Live is done for the day, although, of course, I am monitoring the news in case something happens, but we're watching documentaries. Although we haven't started the documentary yet because there was other breaking news. So, wait, did that Cindy person say that this is propaganda? Oh, it looks stupid? All right, well, your face is stupid. All right, you're banned. I don't like what, why would, okay, guys, okay. my YouTube channel is literally like subscriber only, right? So you literally have to be subscribed for 20 minutes in order to comment in my YouTube chat, right? So imagine like having like such a pathetic life. Like how pathetic do you have to be that like you subscribe to a channel and then I don't know, you wait around for 20 minutes just so that you can post like some idiotic comment, right? Like I don't know, man. People need lives. Anyway, so this person here. Okay, so a lot of people are asking who is this? This is Reza Shah the Great, and this is the grandfather of the current Shah. Okay, so in the past, he would usually have a photo of his father, right? So he would have his father somewhere here, you know, Shahanshah Aryamer. But recently, and this is something that we Iranians have noticed as well, right? So like in his more recent videos where he's been like more angry, right? He's more angry. He's more like, you know, taking a more of like a military, you know, leader type approach. He's channeling his inner grandfather. Who is his grandfather? Reza Shah the Great. This gentleman, this fantastic, handsome, you know, gentleman that we love. He was a military person. He basically like rescued Iran. So, and then the Islamic regime tried to like make his grandfather seem as if he was like some sort of like, you know, dictator who hated Islam. And then they made this like fake footage about him where apparently he would go around beating up mullahs, which never happened, by the way. It never happened. However, this was like the biggest PR failure of the Islamic regime because when the Islamic regime made this, Iranians were like, June, right? Which is like, oh my gosh, like this is amazing, right? Because we hate the mullahs because everything the mullahs accuse the Pahlavis of doing, they've been doing to us, right? So people like, well, people still have the audacity to claim that the Shah was a dictator. Meanwhile, the Islamic regime has literally murdered over 90,000 Iranians in 1 month, right? 90,000 Iranians in 1 month murdered by the savage jihadi mullahs. Who is before Reza the Great? The Qajar dynasty. The Qajar dynasty were terrible. The Qajar dynasty were basically puppets of the Islamic regime clerics and the Soviets. So we hate the Qajar dynasty. We love the Pahlavi dynasty. The Qajar dynasty were pretty much like they weren't even, the Qajar dynasty weren't Iranian either. They weren't like original Iranians. So that's why they were traitors to Iran, but the Pahlavi dynasty are amazing. So we love the Pahlavi dynasty. Anyways, this video is so now like so whenever you see a video of King Reza Pahlavi and you see that photo, that's his grandfather, you know, this is how the Islamic regime tried to smear the grandfather of our current Shah, except it was the biggest PR fail because when they made this fake video footage about the Shah's grandfather, Reza Shah the Great, Iranians loved it so much they made a 10-hour video out of it, 10-hour video on YouTube, and they call it therapy. So here you go. I'm going to still try to go and find that video if I can, so give me a few minutes. But in the meantime, you know, تقدیم به همه هم‌میهنان امیدوارم که یه کمی تراپی you know, I hope you enjoy the therapy.
وافقی تو این مردی که من
من
خطا
This is distracting me. I can't find it. Okay, so the people who say they need a translation, so مرتیکه پدر سوخته, it means, so remember, پدر سوخته, so پدر means father, سوخته means burned. So پدر سوخته means like your father is burning in hell, and then مرتیکه is just like a disrespectful way of saying like man. So basically what he's saying is like you know, hey dude, like your father is burning in hell, basically. Yeah, it's a rude way, an insulting way to say man. So like, you know, like if you want to like insult someone, you'll call them like مرتیکه or zanike. Is it zanike? I don't know. Zantik? I don't know. But so this is actually, so you know what, this is actually a good word to learn, because this is a rude way of insulting someone without actually swearing. Okay, here you go. There you go. So this is a PG swear word. Okay, so this is like a polite way of insulting someone. No. So D-bag, B or you know what? I guess it would be closer to jerk. It's closer to jerk, okay? Because D-bag and the B asterd word, those are still considered like more rude, right? So مرتیکه is closer to like jerk, okay? But like we still say it, right? Like we'll still say it. So it's like مرتیکه or like zanike is like what we use when we want to be disrespectful to someone and like insult them, but we don't want to like say the rude words, okay? Because you guys, yeah, it's basically polite swearing. It's polite swearing. That's exactly what it is. So yes, even in Persian, we have different levels of swearing, right? We have different levels of swearing. So مرتیکه is okay. مرتیکه, zanike, that's okay. I'm not gonna get in trouble if you guys say مرتیکه or zanike. I mean, it's still rude, but it's not like, oh my gosh, like it's not like F word rude, right? It's not like, you know, the genitalia curse word roots. So this is like the polite way, the polite poetic way of being rude. So yeah, so مرتیکه پدر سوخته means, hey, you jerk, your father is burning in hell, basically. All right, guys, give me like a few more minutes. Let me see if I can find it. And if not, then we'll just have to go to the documentary. Okay, that's enough. That's enough of Reza Shah the Great beating up an Ahund. So if anyone wants it, it's literally a 10-hour video. Just go search it on YouTube. You'll find it. You'll find it there. Okay, I can't find the video, so I apologize. I'm so upset now because it's geez, it was so good. It was so good. But anyways, that's fine. Let's go to the documentary because that's what the whole purpose of today's live stream was before before we got distracted with all the news and then of course everything else going on. So okay guys, so this is a documentary. This is about the American hostage crisis, okay? And the reason that we're watching this is because I want to give you guys a good opportunity to get like, you know, insight into what the Islamic regime is really all about, right? Like, and I would say that the biggest lie that the mainstream media sold to you is that when the hostage crisis happened, they labeled it the 1979 Iranian hostage crisis. And so the only reason that I have Iranian hostage crisis in the banner and in the title is because that's the title of the documentary, okay? But this is the biggest lie that they sold you, non-Iranians, okay? And if they wanted to be honest, they would have called it the Islamic hostage crisis, right? Because again, prior to 1979, Iranians and Americans were allies. And it was only when the Allahu Akbar jihadi savages overtook our country of Iran that they began their jihad against you. And remember the video, you know, actually, before I start that, I want to play the video by Richard Nixon because this is going to put everything into context, right? I want to play this video before and after because this video, right? This will put it into context. All right, ads. What's going on here? All right, give me a moment. Why do I have ads? So weird. All right, I guess. All right, I guess we're going back to Reza Shah beating an Ahund until I figure out the rest of the
آنتی که پدرسونده آنتی که پدرسونده.
Oh my gosh. Guys, okay. So should I just like so for tomorrow, okay, so because Armin, I don't think Armin knows about this video about Reza Shah like beating an Ahund for 10 hours straight. Oh, maybe what I'll do. So okay, here's what I'll do. For the jihadi Durka anniversary of the Islamic regime. Okay, so those of you who are here right now, like you'll know this, so you'll get the inside joke. But when I start Iran Revolution live tomorrow, in honor of Bisodoh Bahman, which is the anniversary of the Islamic regime occupying Iran, instead of doing the usual pre-show, why don't I just do like an hour of this, and then you guys will know what's going on. And then when Armin comes up, he'll have no idea what's going on, right? Because Armin always joins in like a little bit earlier before we go on stage, right? So should I just play this and then Armin's gonna be like, "What the heck's going on?" Let me know what you think. I could play this in honor of the anniversary of the Islamic regime. And then Armin's gonna be so confused. He'll be like, "Where are all the songs?" Okay. But you guys are gonna have to play along though, because people are gonna be like, "What's going on?" Okay. Wait, let me test something out. No, I can't. I have to stick with the music. Yeah, I should do this? Oh, okay. Yes! I love that. Happy. Okay. That's what I'll do. Okay. Happy anniversary. I have to write this down so I don't forget. Okay. All right. No one tell Armin. Okay. All right, guys. So that's what we'll do tomorrow. So don't be all freaked out, because I guarantee you there's only about 3,000 people here watching right now, right? So usually we have about 20,000 people watching Iran Revolution live, but there's only 3,000 people. You guys are the OGs, right? So you 3,000 people, you're the OGs. So you'll know what's going on. You'll get the inside joke, but Armin and everyone else will be very, very confused. Okay, so this is what I want to share with you. This is Richard Nixon. We love Richard. Yeah, well, when the revolution first started, like there was a lot of people joining in, right? And of course, right now, because it's day 45, a lot of people have lost interest, and I'm grateful to all of you, and I'm grateful to like the other 20,000 people who tune in every day. Like you guys are the OGs. You've been with us from day one. We appreciate that. But yeah, like the numbers have definitely died down because it's like, up and down in terms of media and interest and whatever. So, oh, I love that. You're so sweet. Oh, okay. All right. So that's what I'll do tomorrow. I'll just play 1 hour of this and or more, and then we'll just we'll get and then you know what I'll do. So how like when Bapish comes on, we start dancing, and then when it gets to the national anthem, we do the salute. So maybe what I'll do. I'll troll Armin, and I'll just come on, and I'll do the salute, and he'll be so confused, right? And then I'm just going to message him. I'll be like, "Armin, why aren't you saluting?" And then he'll be like, "What's going on?" And I'll be like, no, like, because he'll see this, right? He's going to see this. And I'll be like, no, Armin, the song's playing. And I'll be like, "Oh, maybe it's just glitching on your end, Armin." So I'm going to make Armin salute. To this. Okay. That's what I'll do. Guys. I'm gonna make Armin salute to this for like 5 minutes, okay? And then, but you guys also have to do the salute, okay? You need to join me. You need to be in on the inside joke because I'm gonna convince Armin. Okay, I'm gonna convince Armin that this is like the anthem, and I'm gonna be saluting, and then I'm gonna message him and be like, "What are you doing?" Right? So yeah, you guys all better salute. Guys, let me see your salutes. Let's practice. These are salutes. I want to see your salutes. But you can't say. Okay, guys, why do I enjoy trolling Armin? Because he's such a good sport. Listen, Armin's gonna die of laughter once we do this. But so guys, so you have to play along, and then, but I also need your help, right? So anyone in the chat tomorrow, anyone in the chat who's like, wait, what's going on? We don't see it. I need you guys like in the comments, right? Because your comments are going to show up and Armin's going to see them. So I need you guys in the comments to like gaslight those people and be like, what are you talking about? This is the national anthem. You know, hold your salute, raise your salute, or whatever, right? So let's just do that. So do the salute emojis, drown out all the confused people, and then like when the confused people say something, just be like, what are you talking about? We're saluting the national anthem, right? So pretend like you see the national anthem. That's what we'll do tomorrow. Oh, I love you guys. You're the best. You're the best. Okay. Oh yeah, ultimate troll, but it's a fun troll. All right, okay, let's go to Richard Nixon because we love President Nixon, and President Nixon, you know, very important words about the Shah of Iran, and what he says. کرم دارم آره یه کمی کرم دارم. Listen, we have to have fun once in a while, so why not have fun with a video where Reza Shah the Great is beating up Ayatollahs, right? We should have some fun once in a while. Okay, let's go to Richard Nixon because what Richard Nixon says will put the hostage crisis in context, okay?
Let's look at the Shah for just a moment and look at him very fairly. He actually was a progressive in a number of ways. He instituted a land reform program. He instituted a literacy program. He sent thousands of students from Iran to the United States, and particularly the United States, to study, and in other countries as well. He liberated women. The irony was that those he liberated, the women and the students he sent abroad, they came back and joined the revolutionary forces. And the irony was that the Shah, being progressive, was attacked as being reactionary and conservative on these particular issues, whereas his opponents were the reactionaries. Putting it very bluntly and very simply, the Shah was trying to move Iran into the 20th century. His opponents, Khomeini et al., wanted to move Iran back into the Dark Ages, and that's what they've done. Now, there was some repression, true. Now there is total repression. There may not have been enough land reform. Now there is none whatever. What I am simply suggesting is this, that when we look at the Shah, we have to look at him in terms of what he confronted. And he confronted revolutionary forces there that were not working, in my view, for what was best for Iran and certainly not best for ourselves. And most important from the United States standpoint, instead of having a friend in Iran, we now have one that is not only not a friend, but one that considers us to be the great Satan.
Can you say that if you had stayed in office that you would not have allowed the Shah to fall?
I would not have, no. I would have been steadfast throughout. I would have made it very clear down through the bureaucracy that there was to be absolutely no contact with those that were trying to overthrow him. I would have had a very good study made of Khomeini's background and would have found that exactly what kind of person he was, because by studying his background, they could have known that he was going to do exactly what he's going to do. The man is a radical reactionary. He's not a progressive in any sense of the word. See, the choice basically was not between the Shah and somebody better. The choice was between him and somebody worse. And it's very easy for me to make that choice.
If you had been confronted with the worst case from that point of view, and the Shah had been overthrown and hostages taken, and you were president, would you have taken him into the United States?
Absolutely. I would have taken him into the United States, and as far as the hostages was concerned, I would have handled that a little differently too. I don't say this in criticism of President Carter, because he certainly went through a lot on the hostage situation. He believes it may have cost him the election. I don't think it did. I think the economic issues were the major ones. But be that as it may, it didn't help him. But as far as the hostage...
Oh, and we're about to watch the hostage situation, guys. So, you know, President Nixon is being incredibly gracious. President Nixon is a true statesman, right? A true statesman. So he does not want to throw Jimmy Carter, the traitor, under the bus, right? So that's why he's being very politically correct about what he's saying. So this is why we Iranians, we love President Nixon. President Nixon was one of only 2 politicians who went to the Shah of Iran's funeral. Keep that in mind, guys. President Nixon was one of 2 politicians, heads of state, who went to the Shah of Iran's funeral. So when people want to tell you that Iranians are the enemy of the United States, ask them, oh, okay, if that's the case, why did President Nixon go to the Shah of Iran's funeral? Right? Yes, President Nixon went to the Shah's funeral. We love President Nixon. They did President Nixon dirty. They did him dirty. The same way that politicians in Canada did me dirty, right? All the jihadis and Islamists did me dirty. They accused me of Islamophobia, got me kicked out of my party. Why? Because I was speaking the truth. So, guys, anyone who speaks the truth, they'll never last in politics. Politics is not for truth tellers. Politics is for people who are disingenuous liars, except for President Trump, right? But you know what? The same thing happened to President Trump, because President Trump was POTUS 45, and then look what happened to him, right? When he was supposed to be reelected, the entire establishment worked against President Trump, and they brought in this like geriatric, like auto pen person, right? So yeah, President Trump's not part of that, but because the establishment went after President Trump, but President Trump is strong enough and has enough support, and he came back as POTUS 47, right? So President Trump was able to fight back against the establishment, even though they literally tried to assassinate President Trump the same way that they assassinated JFK and all the others, right? And then look what they did to President Nixon. And then that's why people say to me, they're like, oh, Goldie, are you going to go back into politics? And I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't know if I want to, because I don't want a target on my back, because I speak the truth, and the establishment doesn't like that, right? Remember the Iranian woman who was born in occupied Iran under a Muslim Nazi dictatorship, right? I was accused of Islamophobia for speaking out against the Islamic regime. There you go. So that's why we love President Nixon. President Nixon is an OG.
Situation was concerned, American foreign policy can never be made hostage to hostages. That's why hostages are taken, for purposes of blackmail. And we mustn't let...
Right? Listen to his truth here. Like, you never negotiate with terrorists, and if someone takes hostages, it's because they want to blackmail you.
Criticism of President Carter, because he certainly went through a lot on the hostage situation. He believes it may have cost him the election. I don't think it did. I think the economic issues were the major ones. But be that as it may, it didn't help him. But as far as the hostage situation was concerned, American foreign policy can never be made hostage to hostages. That's why hostages are taken, for purposes of blackmail. And we mustn't let that happen. And, for example, when President Carter was asked about the hostage situation, he went overboard in saying that our first and then only concern was the safety of the hostages. Now, that is a concern, but our major concern is what happens to Iran, what happens to the relations between the United States and Iran. And in this respect, I would never have said, as President Carter did, that I rule out the use of force in order to get the hostages back. All that did was to encourage those that had captured them and were holding them in captivity not to give them up. I remember President Eisenhower during our administration and the vice presidential days used to say on occasion that he had learned as a military commander that it's very important never to tell your enemy what you're going to do, because then he'll be ready for you. But he says it's just important never to tell him what you're not going to do, because then that will encourage him to do things he otherwise might not do. And in this case, that was a mistake, in my view, to do that. The other thing I would say is that with regard to the hostage rescue operation, that President Carter and the Pentagon, I assume they're the ones that joined in the decision, made a mistake and are not, again, following out an Eisenhower dictum. And that dictum is that when you make a play of that sort, you always assume the worst. And you cannot assume that your intelligence is going to be absolutely accurate. I have a very interesting reaction in that respect that Eisenhower had at the time of Lebanon in 1958. As everybody will recall, in 1958 in Lebanon, there was a crisis because the government there was under attack. There was a possibility that the Soviet Union might intervene, and Eisenhower had to make a decision as to whether or not to send Marines in order to establish peace. And I remember the briefing that occurred in the Oval Office, and Eisenhower heard Allen Dulles, the head of the CIA, and Foster Dulles, the Secretary of State, brief him and to recommend that we send in a Marine group in order to keep order. And when they gave their report, they indicated that they did not think there would be any intervention from the standpoint of the Russians, and that it would be a peaceful operation. And Eisenhower sat back, and after they'd given this report, he said, "Foster, let me ask you something. Let us assume our intelligence is wrong. Are you prepared to take the next step?" And Foster Dulles thought a long time. He said, "Well, Mr. President, I'm 90% sure that there will be no problem. But if there is, yes, we should be prepared to take the next step." The point of that anecdote is that Eisenhower would never have made the mistake of the Bay of Pigs. When the intelligence proved to be wrong, there wasn't the uprising that they had hoped at the time, and when it was necessary to have committed more air strength than had been planned, or at least not to cut back on what had been planned. In other words, in the hostage situation, rather than sending enough helicopters plus one, you should say send twice the number to be sure that if there were, as there turned out to be, mechanical or other difficulties, you'd be prepared to carry out the operation to a successful conclusion.
If you had still been in office, would you have taken the risk of the rescue mission?
Oh, yes. Oh, I think President Carter deserves high marks for taking that risk. I saw the Shah the last time in Mexico, at Cuernavaca, Mexico. He was then in the last phases of terminal cancer, although he would never admit it or talk about his own problems at all. But he was quite thin and quite pale. But his head still as active and sharp as it had always been. He's a very intelligent, introspective man. And he said that what concerned him about the way he was treated by the United States was not that the United States was for him or against him, but was the uncertainty of the policy. He says there's nothing worse when you are confronted with revolutionary and rebel forces and uncertainty insofar as support is concerned. One day, for example, he said statements would come in public and private from Washington indicating total support and urging him to stand firm. The next day, there would be some story leaked from a high-level aide printed all over the world and given particular credence in Tehran to the effect that lower-level or second-level people in the administration were meeting with Khomeini and others who were out to knock the Shah off or out, as the case might be. And then the next day, there would be a story to the effect that in the event that the Shah left Iran or was overthrown, the United States would be prepared to accept any government that the people chose. Well, he said all of this had the effect of encouraging his enemies and, of course, discouraging his own supporters. He said that was a mistake. And I believe it was a mistake, too. As a matter of fact, what happened to the Shah, I think, could only be interpreted in that part of the world and other parts of the world as well, is that it is dangerous to be a friend of the United States, and it may pay to be an enemy. I think what we have to understand is that the Shah was the best friend of the United States in that area, in the whole Persian Gulf area, and it was Israel's only friend.
Did you catch that, guys? This is important. So when we go to the documentary, remember this part. Richard Nixon is literally saying, in that area prior to 1979, Iran was the best friend of the United States, and it was the only friend of Israel. Why? Why was Iran the only friend of Israel? Because we're not Arab. Because we're not part of the jihad, Allahu Akbar nonsense, right? Iran was Israel's only friend because we are Iranian. We're not Arab Muslims, right? We're not jihad, durka. So that, yeah, exactly. We're no Tazis, no Tazis. Prior to 1979, there were no Tazis in Iran. Iran was ruled by Iranians. The 1979 Islamic coup d'etat, that's when the Tazis came in and they occupied our countries. The same Tazis, not yell Allahu Akbar and Jihad Durka, great Satan, little Satan, right? It's not us. It's not Iran. It's the Tazis that are occupying us, right? Yeah, we need to deport every single Tazi. We need to deport all of the Tazis from occupied Iran because our country is occupied. Yeah, we want Iran to be a Tazi-free zone, 100%. No Tazis allowed. No Tazis allowed. We don't want Tazis.
There'd be a story to the effect that in the event that the Shah left Iran or was overthrown, the United States would be prepared to accept any government that the people chose. Well, he said all of this had the effect of encouraging his enemies and, of course, discouraging his own supporters. He said that was a mistake. And I believe it was a mistake, too. As a matter of fact, what happened to the Shah, I think, could only be interpreted in that part of the world and other parts of the world as well, is that it is dangerous to be a friend of the United States, and it may pay to be an enemy. I think what we have to understand is that the Shah was the best friend of the United States in that area, in the whole Persian Gulf area, and it was Israel's only friend. The Shah, we must remember, in the 1973 war, furnished oil for our Mediterranean fleet when the other countries in the area had cut it off. And the Shah
I have said this in Iran Revolution Live. Remember? I've said it in Iran Revolution Live. This is why I'm 100% certain that President Trump and Senator Lindsey Graham, Uncle Graham, Dai Graham, and, Amo Rubio, they're on our side because the President Trump administration have remembered and relearned the history that Iranians and Americans had. So when President Nixon here is talking about 1973, and when he says that, no other country supplied us with oil but the Iranians did, what he's really saying is that the Arab countries, the Arabs, stabbed us in the back, but the Iranians were on our side, right? So what he's saying is that the Tazis acted like the Tazis they are, right? Because Tazis are Tazis, right? Just Tazi things. But the Iranians supported us. Let's go back. Pay attention. History is important.
Friend. The Shah, we must remember, in the 1973 war, furnished oil for our Mediterranean fleet when the other countries in the area cut it off.
So what other countries in the area would have cut it off? Saudi Arabia? Qatar? UAE? I don't know. I don't even know which one of those countries was developed at that time. Like back in 1973, most of those like Tazi countries were living in tents, right? Living in tents. But remember, in 1973, all those Arab countries stabbed you in the back. They stabbed you in the back. And it was only the Iranians. It was us. Why? Because we are not Arab savages. We're not Tazis. We're not Muslim. We're not jihadis. We are an ancient civilization with honor and principles. And even President Nixon is saying that back then in 1973, when all the Arab countries stabbed you Americans in the back, it was the Iranians. The Iranians that honored and respected that allyship and friendship that we had. And then Jimmy Carter and the Democrats not only stabbed us in the back, but Jimmy Carter and every single Democrat after that have stabbed you in the back with their mass immigration, right? All literally. Guys, Americans, please ask yourself this question. In 1973, every single Arab country stabbed you in the back. Okay, they stabbed America in the back in 1973. So why is it today that Western lefty politicians are mass migrating people from these Arab countries into America? They stabbed you in the back in 1973. What, do you think they've changed? Who did 9/11? I mean, I'm just asking. Candace Owens asks questions all the time, right? Candace Owens is like, oh, I'm just asking questions. I don't know, but I know. So, I'm going to use, a line from her, right? I mean, why is it that the Arab countries refused to give oil to the United States and the Arab countries tried to stab you in the back? And then why is it that all the Arabs committed 9/11? But then why is it that all the Arabs are now coming into your country and they're building these like Islamic jihadi sites and they're accusing anyone who calls them out of Islamophobia? I don't know, but I know, right? I don't know, but I know. Let's go back. Pay attention, because again, all the Arab countries, guys, all the Arab countries stabbed you in the back in 1973. And now, they're coming into your countries. And, multiculturalism and diversity.
What happened to the Shah, I think, could only be interpreted in that part of the world and other parts of the world as well, is that it is dangerous to be a friend of the United States, and it may pay to be an enemy. I think what we have to understand is that the Shah was the best friend of the United States in that area, in the whole Persian Gulf area, and it was Israel's only friend. The Shah, we must remember, in the 1973 war, furnished oil for our Mediterranean fleet when the other countries in the area had cut it off. And the Shah tied down the Iraqi forces by supporting the Kurds against the Iraqis so that they never got involved in the 73 war. And I know that the Shah, when he spoke in Mexico about what had happened, that he could not understand why it was that among his critics in the American media, there were some of Jewish background, not all, but some who were among his most violent critics because they were liberals and they thought he was too reactionary and the rest. And he just couldn't understand that because he was the only friend that Israel had in that whole area of the world.
Why did you go to his funeral?
First, because I knew him better than any world leader I have met over the past 37 years of public life in and out of it. I met him first back in 1953 when I was a young vice president and he was a very young Shah in his early 30s. And I met him over 10 or 12 times after that. I found him to be a very sensitive man, a very intelligent man, one who understood the world as well as any leader that I had met, who could talk about India or Pakistan or China or Latin America with, frankly, as much perception and sophistication as any American leader could possibly talk about it. And I had great respect for him. And I think the major reason I went, though, I must say, was because I was concerned that our own government, again, I suppose, because of the hostage situation, was not going to be represented at the funeral by a high-level person.
Were you concerned that your going might embarrass President Carter?
No, not at all. As a matter of fact, it occurred to me that President Carter probably deep down wished he could have gone, but he couldn't. He didn't feel that he could because of the hostage situation. No, I went because the Shah was my friend. He was a friend of the United States, and I thought that some high-level individual from the United States ought to be there. You see, the important thing that we've got to get across to the people in countries that are wavering between standing with us or going in the other direction or remaining neutral is that the United States is not a fair weather friend, that we will stand by our friends and allies when they are down as well as when they are up. Now that may not make good diplomacy, but I think it in the short run, but in the long term, I think it's absolutely essential if we're going to build the kind of support and respect and confidence in the United States that we need to have.
Mr. Nixon, America has been criticized for abandoning friends like the Shah, whom you strongly supported, and you've criticized our abandoning him. But isn't the danger just as great in sticking with regimes that have lost
I hate her.
the
I
support
hate
of their
Barbara
people,
Walters.
like the Shah, like Somoza,
VIP
like
ticket to
Ian
hell.
Smith? Again and again, it's said that we back despots and dictators.
I couldn't disagree with you more. What you have to understand is that the choice was never between the Shah and somebody better, but between the Shah and somebody infinitely worse.
Well, we don't know
And
that
what
in
you
the
have to-
beginning.
Well, the point is, if we didn't know it at the beginning, we'd better know it now. We have friends all over the world like the Shah, and we have friends, for example, in Saudi Arabia at the present time. Because that government happens to be corrupt, it is claimed, are we going to abandon them? Let's take China, for example. Because China is more Stalinist than the Soviet Union, are we going to say that we're going to abandon them? No.
But don't we ever say this man is no good for this country, this man is a dictator, this man is a despot, and maybe it could be better? Or do we automatically assume it won't be?
We do not automatically assume anything. We have to use our influence and use it effectively, but it's got to be used with a rifle rather than a shotgun, and we must not jump from the frying pan into the fire. It was a great mistake to do what we did to the Shah, and if that had not happened, we wouldn't have the hostage situation today. If the United States
hostage
doesn't
situation,
stand up for
right?
its friends, we're not going to have friends. That's true of the Shah. It's true of others as well. The choice is.
Let's go back because he mentioned the hostage situation, and that's going to take us into the documentary, right?
Influence and use it effectively, but it's got to be used with a rifle rather than a shotgun, and we must not jump from the frying pan into the fire. It was a great mistake to do what we did to the Shah, and if that had not happened, we wouldn't have the hostage situation today.
Right.
If the United States doesn't stand up for its friends, we're not going to have friends. That's true of the Shah. It's true of others as well. The choice is not a good one many times. The choice is between, however, for example, when you really equate the Shah with some of the others, I'm really surprised because the choice is between one who is a friend of the United States, whatever may be his failings, and one who is an enemy. One who tries to export his revolution and one who is trying to at least not threaten his neighbors. One who allows, as the Shah did, as you very well know, who allows some human rights, who allows some political rights, and does allow economic.
To be fair, what President Nixon doesn't want to say here, when he says some human rights, some political rights, that's because the Shah banned communism, right? Because as I explained, earlier and in other episodes, Iran was in a cold proxy war with the USSR. The USSR bordered Iran, and the communists and Soviets were trying to bring Iran under the Iron Curtain. And so the Shah, in order to protect Iran, banned communism. So when he says some political rights, that's because communism was banned. And that's because the Shah was ahead of his time. Every single Western freedom-loving democratic country needs to ban communism because communism poses an existential threat to your societies. And guys, you have Antifa and all that like weird garbage jihadi nonsense, right? So you guys already know about the dangers of communism. So yeah, the Shah was ahead of his time because 50, 60 years ago, the Shah of Iran banned communism, and the communists accused him of being a dictator for that.
Rights and another regime that allows none. I would say there's no question about which side I come down on there. And the same is true of Somoza, the same is true of some of the others as well. I don't approve of some of them, but I would say I prefer some rights rather than none, and that's the choice that we have to face up to, or the United States is going to cease to be a great power.
There you go. So this is why we love President Nixon. Yeah, who's this Kelly person? Kelly, I don't know why you're speaking. I don't know why you're speaking in all caps, but I don't like that. So I just banned you. Ban. I mean, I don't know. Like if you're going to come here and just like type crazy things, like I'll just ban you. I don't care. This isn't our guys. This is not Iran Revolution Live. I don't have to tolerate your nonsense. And I already know that everyone who's posting in the YouTube live stream, it's on my live stream because this is my show. Iran, documentary watch party. So I don't tolerate nonsense here. You say something weird or stupid, I'll ban you. I don't care. This is not a democracy. This is a dictatorship when it comes to like my YouTube channel. Freedom of speech only applies to the state, right? Only the government. Like I believe in freedom of speech in terms of the government, right? So yes, the government should not ban your freedom of speech unless it's communism. When it comes to communists, they can burn in hell. But I mean, I'm not the government. This is my personal YouTube channel. So yeah, this is not a democracy. This is a dictatorship. So I will ban anyone for anyone. Yeah, you're right. Goldie's show, Goldie's rules. There you go. So there you go. And my mom is watching the chat. So guys, behave. She's also watching Discord, although she's still trying to figure out Discord. But there you go. She hasn't figured out Discord yet. So you guys are still like, you're still good for like 1 or 2 more days. 1 or 2 more days until my mom figures out Discord. And then so all right, okay. Okay, so now that you have some context about the about the hostage situation and Richard Nixon, let's go to the actual documentary now. So, guys, we finally got there. We finally got there. All right, here we go. And you've already seen the first 10 minutes, so I'll try not to comment too much, but here we go. Guys, I want to point something out. So let's go back here. Let's go back to like this Durka jihadi woman, right? So so see, like, okay, guys, I want to point something out. So you guys have already seen the footage of Iranian women. Oh wait, I gotta remove the chat, right? So you've already seen the footage of Iranian women in occupied Iran. No normal Iranian woman dresses like this, right? So remember like our Hey Dad videos? Armin and I, we do like the Hey Dad videos, and we expose the like Shia Islamic jihadi ideology. And then you guys were like, Goldie, like, why don't you just wear a garbage bag so you look like the jihadi women, right? We're not exaggerating, right? So like this woman, okay, this woman who just happens to be walking by, right? She doesn't represent us. She represents the Islamic regime, right? And again, Iranian women, we don't even wear niqab. Like, asan نمیفهمم این like mosque, because guys, like, this isn't COVID. Obviously, like, this wasn't filmed during COVID. And then yeah, like look at the propaganda on the wall, right? So this is totally staged. This is 100% staged because, for the last 45 days, Armin and I have been showing you images of actual Iranians who are fighting against the Islamic regime, right? No, this isn't from air. No, this is in Iran. This is in occupied Iran. But these are the Muslim occupiers, right? These are the Durka jihadis, right? These are like the wives and like the concubines and like the bastard daughters of, like, I don't know, all the imams, like the mullahs and the IRGC people, right? So like she's probably like the concubine, like, I don't know, like the 5th or 6th concubine of like some Muslim imam, right? Because like no normal Iranian woman dresses like this, okay? Literally no one. But for this documentary, they just happen to like have, this randomly staged shot of like this woman. And by the way, again, the fact that she's covering her face, that's not normal. So even the jihadi women don't cover their faces. Do you know why she's covering her face? Because she does not want to be identified. Do you know does this remind you of another jihadi that's covering their face? Guys, let me know in the chat. Before I show the video, who does this remind you of? You should know. No, it's another video from the Islamic regime that I've shown you, where someone who's with the Islamic regime is covering their face. Remember? Someone else is covering their face as well. No, the Ninja Turtles were not covering their face, guys. Ninja Turtles were not covering their face. Who? Someone from the Islamic regime was covering their face. No, it's not me in a trash bag. I was never wearing a trash bag. Yes, exactly. See, David got it. Yes, it remember it was the Mexican drone video. Remember? The jihadi person in the Mexican drone video, right? No, not the MEK. Remember the IRGC person in the Mexican drone video? He was covering his face. Why? Because he doesn't want to be identified.
پرنده یعنی چی؟ یعنی زمانی که پرواز میکنه اونها رو رنده میکنه. آره اینجاست. یا حسین.
یا حسین.
ماشاءالله.
صدای موتور از یکی کرد بلند بود. این در حد یک بازی بود که فقط می‌خواستیم صدای موتور رو بشنوید. استرس گرفتید، گوشتون رو گرفتید. ما اینجاییم، بلدیم، مواظبتونیم، نمیذاریم شما آسیبی ببینید. اون جایی که ساعت 3:30 صبح به کشورم، به پاره تنم، به خاکم هجوم آوردن. ساعت 3:30 حمله صورت گرفت. ساعت 5 صبح یک اسکادران بیش از 100 تایی همین شاهد 136 به سمت رژیم. Shalom.
I don't know, man. Anyway, so guys, I just want to point this out because this is important. This is important. The symbolism is important here, right? So like this weird like Durka jihad lady, right? This is not how normal Iranians dress. This is not how we dress. This is like this is jihad, right? So like right? You don't see Iran. I'm trying. I don't know, man. Okay, right here. You know what? Let me just show my shoulder so no one thinks I'm like actually Muslim. So there you go. This is for educational purposes only. But because I'm showing my shoulder, you can't say that I'm Muslim, right? Because no Muslim would like hide their face and show their shoulder, right? Because this right here, this is sinful. This is sinful. But guys, so again, just to let you know, no one in Iran dresses like this unless they're a terrorist, okay? Yeah, مرگ بر حجاب واقعا. Guys, wrong time to log in because you need context. I'm pointing out that it's very bizarre. I look like a terrorist? Yeah, I know. That's the point, guys. That's the point. I'm trying to show you what terrorists look like. So this, if someone is dressed like this, okay, guys. Okay, pro tip from an Iran, right? Remember I used to do the Iranian here with the pro tip. So, okay. Iranian here with another pro tip for anyone who's not from the Middle East. If you're walking down the road and someone dressed like this is walking towards you, turn around and run. Turn around and run. Get the heck out of there because that person's probably a terrorist. And now you know. Anyways, so whatever. That was awkward. But yeah, like, so guys, no one in Iran dresses like that. Yes, they will wear the garbage bags. They will wear the garbage bags. But the fact that she's covering her face, okay, this is the interesting part. So she's covering her face because just like the Mexican drone video that we shared with you, right? Just like the Mexican drone video, they're hiding their identity. So keep that in mind. All right.
Resentment that's still alive in Iran.
Resentment, right? But the resentment, when they're talking about resentment, they're showing the Allahu Akbar Durka Jihad.
Students who had invaded our premises.
I just want to point something out. So someone came in and they're very offended. They're like, what did they say? They're like, wait, what was the comment? They're like, oh, but not all Muslims. Wait. Let me pull this up. Okay, so D Stanbro. Okay, so I have a question for you then. Okay. If that's the case, can you please explain to me and everyone who's watching right now, okay? Can you please explain to me and everyone who's watching right now, why did every single Muslim country refuse to give oil to the United States fleet in 1973? Why is it that the Shah of Iran gave oil to the United States in 1973, but none of the Muslim countries did? Well, what was the reason for that? What was the reason? I'll wait. Please. I want to know why no Arab Muslim country gave oil to the United States in 1973. Oh, I'm here. I'm gonna wait. I know you're probably Googling it right now. You're probably chat GPTing it. Please. I want you to explain. Don't explain to me. I know the answers. I already know the answer, but I want you to explain to every single American who's watching right now, why did the Arab Muslim countries refuse to give oil to the United States fleet in 1973? خفه خون گرفتی؟ آخه ببین دوستان، ببین چقدر راحته. یه سوال ازشون، فقط همین سوال ازشون بکن. بگو اگه همه بد نیستن، پس چرا تو سال 1973 هیچ کشور عرب نمیخواست به آمریکا نفت بده؟ چرا ایرانیا فقط به آمریکا نفت دادن؟ نه؟ همونو فقط بپرسی همشون خفه خون میگیرن. Where are you, D Stan, bro? I'm still waiting for your answer. Where's your answer? Please, can you explain to me? You're the troll. Oh no, D Stan, bro, you're the troll. You're the troll because you still have not explained to me. You still have not explained to me why, if you're saying not all Muslims are bad, why didn't the Muslim countries give oil to the United States in 1973? I'm waiting for your answer. Oh, guys, baby. So this is what we call taqiyya, right? So, so as soon as you call them out, then they're like, "Oh, are you talking to me?" Oh, okay. So you don't know. Okay. So you don't know why not a single Muslim country gave oil to the United States in 1973. But not all Muslims are bad. Okay. Why is it that the only country that gave oil to the United States in 1973 was Iran, but not a single Muslim country did? Yeah. So don't come into my chat. Do not come into my chat and be like, "Oh, we're allies of the United States." We know you're not allies. We know. Listen, you have been fooling Americans and non-Middle Easterners for a long time. But don't come into a live stream that's run by an Iranian and say to any, "Oh, that's beyond you." Oh, okay. So not all Muslims are bad, but you okay, so you have an opinion on the geopolitics when it comes to when it comes to the Muslim countries. You have an opinion there. But when someone actually calls you out and they're like, well, okay, so that if they're allies of the United States, if they're not all bad, why did they stab the US in the back in 1973? And that's beyond you. Okay, so maybe you should keep your garbage opinions to yourself then. How about that? Don't come into the live stream of an Iranian and try to tell me who's good and who's bad. I'm Iranian. You can't fool me. Go educate yourself. Go educate yourself as to why not a single Muslim Arab country gave oil to the United States in 1973. And go educate yourself as to why the only country that did was Iran. There you go. Like I said, do not come into an Iranian's live stream and be like, oh, the countries are good. Yeah, okay. میخوای کیو گول بزنی؟ میخوای واقعا میخوای کیو گول بزنی؟ دیگه من نمیفهمم. Anyways, let's continue with the documentary, guys. So we're going to continue with the Durka Durka savages.
At the beginning of the hostage crisis, Iran had only recently come under the rule of an important religious dignitary, the Ayatollah Khomeini, who quickly donned the cloak of supreme leader of the nation. His followers called him Imam Khomeini. He came to power following the Iranian Revolution that overthrew the Shah of Iran, Mohammad Reza Pahlavi.
Yeah, it wasn't the Iranian Revolution, it was the Islamic Revolution. So I don't appreciate that propaganda. I need more bacon. I need more bacon to counter all this jihad. Sorry, guys.
The Shah had ruled the country with an iron fist for nearly 40 years, backed by the United States for political and security support.
Again, more propaganda. The Shah of Iran did not rule the country with an iron fist. The Shah of Iran banned communism because the Soviets were trying to bring Iran under the Iron Curtain. So, of course, he banned communism because we were in a Cold War proxy situation. And again, I find it really messed up that this British documentary is insulting the fact that the Shah was an ally of the United States, right? So the British, guys, Americans, this is for you. The British people making this documentary are insulting the allyship that Iran and America had, right? Because remember, President Nixon, when I shared his videos with you, President Nixon said that the Shah was the greatest ally of the United States. The Shah was a friend of the United States. And now this garbage documentary is saying that the Shah was a puppet of the United States, right? Do you see how even the British are stabbing you in the back? Yeah, keep that in mind, guys. Keep that in mind. And by the way, that's the same propaganda that's going after President Trump. Isn't President Trump suing BBC or something? Like, we call BBC Ayatollah BBC. Isn't President Trump like suing BBC or something? Yeah. Keep that in mind, guys. Okay, guys, this is important. Remember, we went over this, but I have to go over it again. So He wanted to, so initially when he was consolidating power, this evil Durka jihad man, right, Khomeini, he needed the support from various groups. Who are those various groups? There's 3 distinct groups, and she's about to name them. Well, she's going to name 2 of them. She's not going to name the 3rd one because the British, they actually support the 3rd group, but that's besides the point.
The Islamists who were devoted to him.
Right? So the Islamists, like, right? So we already know that. The jihad, Durka jihadis who wanted him in the first place.
The pro-West liberals who supported him.
Oh, look! The pro-West liberals! Look at that! Guys, what does that remind you of? Doesn't that remind you of all, like, the weird, like, young women in New York who voted for Zohran Mamdani? Right? The pro-West liberals? Right? All these, like, young women who are like, oh, we love Sharia law! We want Sharia law! Right? The pro-West liberals. Pro-West liberals supported jihad. And that's exactly what's happening in America right now. And not just in America, in Canada, UK, all these countries, right?
But who wanted to limit his role to that of a moral authority.
Oh, guys, look at that. You guys know that symbol. Okay, chat, tell me. Ew, Mamdani. Welcome to Jihad, guys. So Mamdani just announced Hijab Day in New York City. And yes, see, guys, you guys are so smart. See, listen, I'm so proud of all of you because right now you are literally like 99.999% more knowledgeable than everyone else in the world when it comes to Iranian politics, right? That's the MEK. The MEK supported the Islamists, remember? Here's a documentary. Ew, and now Mamdani announced Hijab Day, and why? Why? Like, I don't understand. Why is like a country based on like Judeo-Christian values having a Hijab Day? Guys, you need to bring back the Crusades like ASAP. Bring back the Crusades, like just deport these people, like tear up their citizenships and just deport them. Don't send them to Iran though. Like, we don't want them. Send them to like, I don't know, Pakistan or Afghanistan or something, right? We don't want them. Like, we already have our own issues with the jihadis and Islamists, right? Like, literally, people, like women in Iran are fighting to like get rid of the hijab, and then you have like some weird like jihadi immigrant come to your country, and now he's announcing like hijab day. All right, guys, this is too much jihad for me. I need to go get some bacon. I literally need to like cook some bacon to like counter all the jihad. Because this is like disgusting. I need to cleanse myself. I apologize to all the Jews. I know Jews, you guys don't eat bacon. That's cool. It's kosher. Iranians typically don't eat bacon either, but I grew up in Canada. I love bacon. Alcohol, I don't have any alcohol on me right now, and it's too late to go buy alcohol. So we'll save alcohol for another day, but I have like, guys, I have like a pack of emergency bacon in my fridge. I have a pack of emergency bacon in my fridge that I need to cook. So it's for like when things get too like when things get like too jihadi or like durka-y, I'm like I just need to like cook some bacon. Ugh. All right. Who does that? Like, guys, we don't even know. We don't even know if this is his own leg. We don't know if this is his own leg or if like he got angry and he went all like Allahu Akbar and then he like grabbed the prosthetic leg of like the person next to him and that's what he's waving, right? So I don't know. Is this his own prosthetic leg? Is this like his neighbor's prosthetic leg? I have no idea what he is. This is 1979. Guys, there were no wars. There were no wars when the Shah of Iran was in power. So I don't know how the heck, like, he can't be like a Shahid or whatever. He can't be like a veteran of a war. He's not a war veteran. You know, I guarantee you guys, I guarantee you, he was probably like a victim of like, you know, a bomb explosion that they themselves did, right? They themselves, because remember, like, they were trying to make like internal. Okay, wait, I gotta get my bacon. One moment. Sorry, I had to flip my bacon. Yeah, you're right. Exactly, my emergency bacon. So, okay, but this is my question. So, what is he a veteran of? What is he? What is he a veteran of? That's what I want to know, because yeah, bacon break. Don't tell Armin. He's atheist. He won't care. But guys, there were no wars. So when the Shah was in power, okay, from 1941 until 1979, there were no wars, right? So why the heck is this guy pretending like he's like a war veteran? He's not actually a war veteran, guys. He's a terrorist. Why? Because he was probably either part of the Tudeh party or probably part of the MEK, right? The violent, savage jihadis who were making like homemade bombs. And then many of them used to play, oh my gosh, used to play leg ball. Yeah, well, Sawagzada, that's what I'm getting at. What I'm getting at is that these people that you see that are like amputated or injured, right? They're not amputated or injured because they were in war. No, they're amputated or injured because they're literally terrorists. And while they were making their jihadi terrorist bombs, you know, they had boom boom accidents in their homes. So when they were making bombs, the bombs exploded. Yeah, Jeremy, that's exactly it. So he was a veteran of his own war against himself, right? So, oh, you're eating a pork chop in solidarity. Oh gosh. Okay. Guys, I have to do this now. I have to do this. Do you know what I'm going to do? Someone tell me they know what meme I'm about to show. Please. Please. Are you telling me no one knows about this meme? About pork chop sandwiches?
You're not cooking. Yeah, dude.
Pork chop sandwiches. Oh shit! Get the fuck out of here! What are you doing? Go! Get the fuck out of here, you stupid idiot! Fuck, we're all dead! Get the fuck out!
My God, did that smell good?
Detect it. There's no going, and you tell me do things. I done running.
G.I. Joe!
Have you guys never seen that? You've never seen the G.I. Joe videos? Come on, I can't be the only one. There's like so many of them. You've never seen this? Guys, this is from like the early 2000s. So someone made like a whole bunch of like G.I. Joe PSIs. Okay, did I just expose myself as like the internet nerd that I am? Oh my gosh. Wow. Okay, so I just exposed myself. For being an internet nerd. Good to know. Good to know. Okay, so now we've established that when it comes to internet memes from the early 2000s, I'm the OG. I'm the OG. Wow. Okay. All right, back to the documentary then. So now we know that this fake prosthetic leg belongs to this jihadi. And I just outed myself as a nerd. Good to know. Good to know. You guys have to look it up.
Sadeh began their one-to-one discussion by expressing his concern.
God.
If the communists in Iran find out about this meeting, I'll lose my job and possibly my head. He reassured Hamilton Jordan that the hostages were doing well.
Oh, wait, someone said I'm a very patient. Oh, absolutely. Guys, listen, I love the fact that you are interested in learning Persian words. So yeah, I'm 100% patient. Guys, I'm loving this. I'm enjoying this. Like, your creativity is amazing. Honestly, like, I would say that your creativity really showed its true colors during that snowstorm a few weeks ago on like the Sunday where we were all snowed in, and then one of you found the word for snow in Persian, and then for the rest of the day it was literally like yach and barf comments and jokes. But listen, I'm enjoying sharing. Oh no, John, I can't do that. Yeah, see, barf storm. Yeah, the barf storm. Yeah, the barf storm. Tazi Havun. Yach, baby. There you go. Yep. Okay, everyone's going with yach. There you go. Everyone's going with yach. Yep. Where did you learn this? No, you know what? There's no list of these words anywhere. It's just sort of like organic. How's the bacon? Oh, it's so good. It's so good. Jotun khali. خیلی میچسبه الان. خیلی میچسبه. Like, after like so much like jihad and durka, you just need something to like cleanse your soul. Nothing better to, cleanse your soul from all like the jihad than, some bacon. So سپاس. بیکن میشه گوشت خوک دیگه. دارم گوشت خوک میخورم که یکی از همین چه میدونم اسلام و این چیزا خودم رو پاک بکنم. دارم روحم و بدنم رو با گوشت خوک پاک میکنم. There you go. How do we say pork or bacon? We don't have a word for bacon in Persian. Pork is just like gusht khuk. So khuk means pig, and then gusht means like meat. So yeah, by the end of the revolution, you'll all be like fluent. Guys, by the end of the revolution, when you're all ready to visit Iran, you're gonna like already know all the words. Like, literally, all you have to do is like just walk into Iran. Like, when you land at the airport, just show up and be like, Durud my hammi hands, right? Durud my dusts. You guys already know what to say. And then for the rest of it, everyone speaks English anyway. So, all right, let's continue.
And that he had a plan to get them released. He believed that the Iranian people's anger and the hostage-taking were due to the United States' domination over Iran for the past 30 years. The American replied that it was
that the Iranians could be quite.
The messed up part about that American military operation is that it had nothing to do with the Islamic regime, right? So it's not even like the Islamic regime intercepted or stopped in any way. It was just like the incompetence of Jimmy Carter, right? Literally the incompetence of Jimmy Carter, where Jimmy Carter literally thought he could just fly like a few airplanes into, I don't know, Iran. because I don't know, maybe he thought Iran was like some like weird tent desert country like Saudi Arabia or UAE at the time or whatever, right? So Jimmy Carter's like, yeah, just like send a whole bunch of like airplanes and helicopters in there and America, right? And then look what happened, right? So to everyone who's like, you know, criticizing President Trump, maybe President Trump doesn't want to make the same mistake that Jimmy Carter made. And, you know, and I say this as an Iranian, my priority is Iranian lives, right? So I would have loved for a rescue operation, a rescue mission to have happened, you know, weeks ago, months ago, years ago. However, knowing history, knowing how these things have happened in the past, it's better to wait and make sure that it's done properly, right? As opposed to like pulling a Jimmy Carter and then they try something and then it fails. Because if it fails, that's not going to help us Iranians either, right? So let's go back and let's pay attention to that part. Because again, right, the failure of that mission had absolutely nothing to do with the Islamic regime. The failure of that mission had to do with Jimmy Carter being an idiot. Like, I wish we could blame the Islamic regime for that failure, but we can't. We literally can't. We can only blame Jimmy Carter for being an idiot.
To the military operation began. Zbigniew Brzezinski, the US National Security Advisor, who'd recommended such action be taken at the beginning of the hostage crisis, saw his suggestion finally come to fruition.
Yeah. And that's the other thing. Like, you know what? Sarah makes a very good point. We also don't want to lose Israeli or American lives in the process, right? Like, we do not want to lose Israeli or American lives in the process. So no, we don't want to see another like Jimmy Carter fiasco here, right? Like, we don't want and then, you know, I'm 100% guaranteed President Trump and the current administration, they don't want to see this Jimmy Carter fiasco either, because look, the situation was so bad, they literally left 8 American soldiers to just die in the fire. Not in the fire of the Islamic regime, to die in the fire of the incompetence of Jimmy Carter. He looks familiar. Ew, who is he? Why do I know him? This guy is someone. This is like one of the old Ayatollahs now. این کیه با این قیافش? Guys, I know who this is. I'm pretty sure I know who this is. I just... خلخالی. خاک تو سرش. خلخالی. Isn't خلخالی like the one that like literally just like he signed the execution for like hundreds of thousands of Iranians? Yeah. So, okay. This demon, okay. Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. Yes. Okay, guys, thank you for confirming. So, guys, this guy is one of the most evil people in the Islamic regime. He is the chief executioner, okay? This inbred Muslim Nazi savage, okay? The way that he ran the revolutionary court, okay? So what would happen is you're arrested by the Muslim Nazis, and then you would go in front of his court, and you don't have a lawyer, you don't have a representation, you don't have any opportunity to speak, and literally within like a minute, he would sign your death warrant, right? So basically what happens is you show up, they read your name, and then this inbred Muslim, right? This man is supposed to be a man of God, right? Allah, Muhammad, whatever, Zahra, Ya Zahra, whatever garbage jihadi Islamist nonsense, right? So you show up in front of this man of Allah, and in the name of Allah, he signs your death warrant in 1 minute. He did that to tens of thousands of Iranians. Yeah. This is what Islamic court looks like. This is what it is. Oh, guys, remember like we were talking about Islamic scholars earlier? This is an Islamic scholar. So the Islamic scholars are the ones where you show up, they look at you, they sign your death warrant because Allahu Akbar, Ya Hussein, whatever. Yeah. These savages. This Havun. I knew I recognized his garbage face from somewhere. Ugh. And then, like, I don't know. What is this? Okay, what is this weird, by the way, what is this weird communist, like, weird woke lefty art project? Like, what is this? Like, they got a whole bunch of university students to, like, paint photos of Khomeini or something? Like, what is this? Ew. Like, there's this one here, and then, I don't know, that one kind of looks like a goat. And then here's, like, another painted photo of Khomeini. Like, how could you, I don't even know, how could anyone in their right mind, like, paint something as demonic? How could anyone in their right mind paint something as demonic and evil as, like, this painting here and be like, oh yes, look at this. This is the Muslim Gandhi. He literally looks like the devil. He looks like the devil. Like, even his face is, like, evil, even in the painting. Like, he looks like a Havun. Like, that's an insult to Havuns, right? But, like, I don't understand. How could any, like, sane, normal person paint this painting, right? Paint this painting and then be like, oh, look, I just painted the Muslim Gandhi. Oh, and the person who said, yes, 100%. This is like insulting America. So this is like Uncle Sam, right? In a skeleton, like, apparently, so like they're trying to, like, show America as being, like, destroyed, right? So literally, even
Iran, which
even as early as like 19 like, literally, even as soon as they took over our country of Iran, they started to their durka like Magbat Amrika jihadi nonsense, right? And then these are the people, the same people today that are saying, oh, right. Well, remember? So, guys, remember, like, Tucker Carlson? When Tucker Carlson's like, oh, Iran isn't the enemy, right? Oh, the Iranians, like, the Islamic regime doesn't have an issue with us, right? They've never done anything to us, right? Oh, really? Okay, yeah. The jihadis aren't your enemy. Then what the heck kind of, like, weird terrorist Allahu Akbar college art is that, right? Welcome to Jihad Art 101. This is Muslim art, right? Like this is like jihadi paint night. This is jihadi paint night, right? So when a bunch of Muslims want to go and do paint night, this is what they do. They probably paint pictures of Khomeini, and then, you know, they also paint pictures of, like, you know, a skeleton Uncle Sam because they want to, like, insult Americans. So there you go. Jihad Paint Night 101. Muslims gone wild. Muslims gone wild. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't understand these people. I don't understand their ideology. Ask New Yorkers. Like, New Yorkers voted for Zohran, right? Oh, Islam, religion of peace. Oh, the religion of peace. Yeah, okay, guys. Yeah, there's your religion of peace, right?
Followed the principle after
Wow. Yeah, so not only do they murder Iranians, judge executioner, right? Jihadi judge executioner, they bragged about the Americans who lost their lives, the American veterans who lost their lives. And this Muslim savage, right? This Muslim savage put their charred bodies on display. Hey, Americans, welcome to Islam. And your woke progressives voted for this in New York City, right? So, I don't know. Do you now understand why we Iranians, have a little bit of an issue with Islam, right? Do you see? Do you see why the Muslims accuse us of Islamophobia? Let's go back and watch that again. And if you guys don't want to see it, cover your eyes, because I was not prepared for that. But at least now you guys know, right? Welcome to Islam. Right? So remember this, right? So when Tucker Carlson says, oh, when the jihadis say death to America, they don't actually mean death to America. Remember this. Yeah, Noli says it right? And now you know, right? And now you know. And now you know. I mean, I know this. I know this because I've watched this documentary before, but I guess my brain just tunes out the more horrific parts, right?
Khomeini's followers thought that the hand of God caused
obviously had great significance for the Iranians. So it was a bit difficult to convince them that they nevertheless had to be taken away.
See, this is the part that upsets me, though, is that this entire time, you guys have thought that we Iranians are the enemy, right? Because in this documentary, right, even in the documentary, they don't make a distinction between the Iranian people and the Islamic regime. So for the last 47 years, all of you thought that we're the ones and burning, chanting death to America and Allahu Akbar and all that jihadi nonsense, right? So you guys thought us Iranians were the problem. Meanwhile, us Iranians have been held hostage by the Muslim Nazis. No, I know some of you knew, but a lot of people didn't. So when I say you, I'm not necessarily referring to you specifically. It's just a general you. It's like you in general, right? You in general. So a lot of people thought that we Iranians were the ones who were going around yelling Allahu Akbar. Meanwhile, it wasn't us. It was the Muslims. It was the Muslims. Right? Because even as Richard Nixon said and that's why I wanted to play the Richard Nixon interview before I started this, because Richard Nixon made it very clear the Shah was an ally of the United States. Iran was the ally of the United States, right? Iran was the ally of the United States. It was only when the Muslims took over, and remember, Jimmy Carter backed the Muslims. I don't know why, man. Don't ask me. I'm not Muslim. Jimmy Carter backed the Muslims and the communists, and that's when the death to America nonsense started. Because prior to that, we Iranians, we were allies. And thankfully, again, President Trump and, Senator Graham and Secretary Rubio and everyone else in President Trump's administration remembers that. So there you go. But that's the one thing that really pisses me off about this documentary, because they keep on saying, oh, the Iranians this, the Iranians that. No, the country's never going to be called Persia. The country is Iran. Iran existed for thousands of years before Islam was invented. Iran has nothing to do with Islam. Persia is the Greek word for Iran. Our country is Iran, and it's always going to be named Iran. Thank you. But this is what I hate about this. Is like they're like, oh, the Iranians this, the Iranians that, right? It wasn't the Iranians, it was the Muslims. So what they should be saying, what they actually should be saying in the documentary is the Muslims did this, the Muslims did that. But they don't say the word Muslims did this because Islamophobia, right? So these people are literally willing to tarnish the reputation of us Iranians, right? They're okay if people think Iranians are terrorists because that's part of their taqiyya. They want you to think that we're the enemy so that the Muslims can continue running around yelling Allahu Akbar and chopping your heads off and, flying planes into the World Trade Center. Yeah. Because, just Muslim things.
Between Iran and the United States from getting worse.
The Germans.
Okay, so someone's asking how I'm live streaming so late. So I'm actually going to end the live stream very, very shortly. So for everyone who's wondering why I'm up late. So actually, before the Iranian Revolution started, I used to do 2 live streams. So I would have a live stream during the day where I would talk about jihad or politics or terrorism or whatever. And that would be about 2 hours. And then I would take a break. And then I would come back in the evenings for an evening live stream. And my evening live streams would start around 8 or 9 o'clock at night and go until about 11:30 or 12 midnight. And it would basically be a documentary watch party. So this is the first documentary watch party that I've done in 45 days. Because I have not done a single documentary watch party since the Iranian Revolution started. So this is not Iran Revolution Live. You can see at the bottom it says the Goldie Show documentary watch party, because this is what I used to do before my channel exploded. No pun intended. So yeah, I would do documentary watch parties every night. So yeah, see, Gandalf remembers. Gandalf is one of the OGs. Gandalf was with me from the beginning. When my channel only had 1,000 subscribers. So Gandalf was an OG. So yeah, this is what we used to do. We would watch all these documentaries and comment on it. So, oh, there you go. Yeah, Dr. Cobra. Yeah, see? I'm telling you guys. So for everyone who's new to the channel, I love you and I appreciate you all. But guys, this was our thing. We would go through all these documentaries. We would comment on them. Yeah, see? All the OGs are here. All the OGs are here. So that's this is not technically Iran Revolution Live. This is just the Goldie Show. I know, very creative name. But I will have to end it here, because for those of you who've been with me from the beginning, you know that because we add a lot of commentary, we don't usually get through a documentary in one night, because we talk about oh yeah, okay. Wait, someone said they're colonizers or something? I don't know. Anyways, but yeah, we usually don't get through a documentary all in one night, because, part of the fun is, we'll talk about the documentary, we get distracted, we show different things, we compare, notes, and, we share videos and talk about various things. So that's why it's a chill. Oh, you're being sarcastic. No, I know. Oh, I remember that. The good old days when I was a small account. No, I'm loving this. This is great. Oh yeah. Guys, I have no chill. I have no chill with the trolls. Like, no, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. No, guys, I'm really enjoying this. Listen. If it's taking us longer to like get through a documentary, that's a good thing because it just means, we're just chilling, we're talking things over, like I'm explaining things to you, right? I'm like pointing things out. And, I've already shown this documentary before, but I'm actually really appreciative of all of you who are here watching it with me, because now that you've had 45 days of being exposed to, Iranian politics, when you're watching this documentary, you guys already get it, right? Like it makes more sense. So I'm actually really, really enjoying watching this with you guys. And I really appreciate all of you here. You guys are making it fun. You guys are making it, not fun because of the topic. I mean, the topic is horrible, right? The topic is literally like Muslim savages taking Americans hostage. So that's not fun. But the learning process is fun, right? The learning process is fun. So that's what I meant. But no. Hostage taking is not fun. I'm Iranian. I'm not Muslim. Keep that in mind. Hostage taking is not my thing. That's not an Iranian thing. That's like a Muslim thing. So you have to ask the Muslims why they take hostages. That's not my thing. Not my thing. Not my circus. Not my monkeys. But you know what? Since you guys have no clue about the G.I. Joe video, I still can't believe you guys don't know about that. Okay. I'm going to show you another G.I. Joe video. I cannot believe not a single person in this chat has ever seen the G.I. Joe videos.
Last one there's the penis pump.
That's no fair. You're no
Holy cow, I'm totally going so fast. Oh, fuck!
fun.
Oh, you gotta know what you do,
Hey, what the fuck are you kids doing on my fucking lawn? And don't look at me when I'm fucking talking to you. Get that kid off my eyes, you little wankers. Alright, give him the stick. Don't give him the stick.
You know my dad?
Oh, G.I. Joe!
I think I saw one person. Wait, I saw one person here. Who was it? Okay, good. Thank God. At least there's one other person in this chat. At least there's one other person in the chat who knows the G.I. Joe parodies. See, guys, it's not just me. There are other people who know the G.I. Joe parodies. Listen, I grew up with G.I. Joe too. All right, guys, thank you so much. This is only the first half of the hostage taking video. We will watch the second half tomorrow night. But thank you all for being here. I don't end like my Goldie show with songs, but I know you guys are used to songs, so I will play Bapish as a good night song. Good night, guys, and we'll see you tomorrow for Iran Revolution Live. And keep calm and Bapish.
غرق انقلاب است. کشور ما، تاریخ ما در سینه گر فرا گرفته، گویی اهورا مستا دوباره در نور خود مرا گرفته. اکنون سرودی سر میدهم باز فارغ از رنج و تشویش. ایران غرق انقلاب است، به پیش به پیش به پیش. ایران غرق انقلاب است، به پیش به پیش به پیش. هن ای پدر، هن هان ای پسر برخیز و با ما شو هنگام تا درد آن تجربه تلخ ما را نکشیده در پا بگذار هر دم ببرند گرگ‌ها در لباس میش ایران غرق انقلاب است به پیش به پیش به پیش ایران غرق انقلاب است به پیش به پیش به پیش ای کارگر ای برزگر راحت کنون ادامه دارد در این زمان که پرتو یزدان از هر سو بر تو میبارد پس پیش به سوی آزادی از بحر خزر تا کیش ایران غرق انقلاب است به پیش به پیش به پیش ایران غرق انقلاب است به پیش به پیش به پیش خلق‌ها به پا بحر دفاع از استقلال و آزادی تا بشکنیم پشت ارتجاع تیریزی ویران آبادی تا زنده سازیم سنت‌های می از بر بالین و کیش ایران غرق انقلاب است به پیش به پیش به پیش ایران غرق انقلاب است به پیش به پیش به پیش
با امید روزی که تمام این دلبشو و انقلاب تموم بشه و ما در روشنایی نور و سعادت مردم کشورمون غرق بشیم
نه خارجی نه بیگانه نه مستشارهای ویرانی نه چیر خاران نه کاسلیسان فقط هم رزمان ایرانی ما با شرافت میهنی بسازیم بهر فرزندان خویش ایران غرق انقلاب است به پیش به پیش به پیش ایران غرق انقلاب است به پیش به پیش به پیش مردان بیایید داخل صف ما اکنون که آغاز رویاست دشمنان بدانید ما زنده هستیم بعد از ما هم ایران پابرجاست آن روح شیطان ما را فریب داد با صد شعار مردمیش ایران غرق انقلاب است به پیش به پیش به پیش ایران غرق انقلاب است به پیش به پیش به پیش پرچم ما پرچم ایران غرق خون شهیدان روی شانه هامان حمل میکنیمش در هر خیابان و میدان تا ماسک دلغکان را برداریم از روی تسبیح و ریش ایران غرق انقلاب است به پیش به پیش به پیش